Welcome. Selamat datang yang baru datang. Halo. Welcome. Ada siapa aja nih? Ada Jordan. Halo Rusmi. Halo Jordan. Welcome. Selamat datang. Ada Haidar. Halo Jami. Halo malam Haidar. Ada Cheater Gamer first. Hello. Welcome. Give you Fahmi. Terusan nonton Dun gak? Enggak. Aku gak nonton Dun. Dun itu apa? Gak nonton. Terus ada Muhammad Alvin Maulana. Please wait. Wait. Wait gimana? Ada Azam juga. Halo Kak. Halo. Welcome. Selamat datang yang baru datang. Raibu Rusami. Irashai Ardilan VS. Ardilan VS irashai. Jumete no hito irashai. Yang baru datang, halo Mbak Rondo. Iya, Mbak Rondo lagi. Ada. Bentar. Oke, kita melanjutkan Mbak Rondonya. Biasanya kan Kamis malam Jumat kan waktunya horor-horor ya. Tapi Rusami enggak. Kamis malam Jumat saatnya menyelesaikan rutenya Miss Karma dan Mas Karma. Halo, ada Bangku Fikri juga. Halo, saya adalah saya. Ya, halo, welcome Bangku Fikri. Ada Yara, awu, ucamin nih hebo. Hah? Arigatou. Yara. Anata wa dono yona game wo play shitai desu ka? Ardilan-san, Indonesia go de daijoubu desu yo. You can use English or Indonesia because my viewer cannot speak Japanese. Katanya janji bakalan bacain cerita horor. Bukan Kamis malam Jumat ini kayaknya. Bukan Kamis malam Jumat ini, nggak bisa. Mungkin Kamis malam Jumat. Ya, Be, kemarin sampai mana? Oh, sampai sini. Katanya aku janji kah kemarin? Oh no. Am I promise? Aku janji kah kemarin sama kalian? Aduh, aku kok lupa. Oh no. Sayangku Rusami, halo. Halo Lili, welcome. Rusami baca komik Who Made Me a Princess. Bagus, sama-sama tema putri bangsawan. Rusami baca Anastasia. Anastasia ya, nggak salah. Gamenya dilanjutin yang kemarin. Iya, gamenya dilanjutin yang kemarin. Aku udah baca kok. Aku sering baca manhwa gitu. Jujur sampai pingin buat stream apa? Pingin buat stream buat cerita gitu. Jadi Rusami itu kayak dulu sering buat wetpad gitu kan. Nah, terus kayak akhir-akhir ini mau buat lagi gitu loh. Gitu. Atanasia. Artinya itu tuh nama-nama yang dipakai buat raja gitu kan katanya. Dipakai buat raja, artinya eternal, hidup abadi. You are handful. Yeah, because you are taking my hand, so I am handful, karma. But a delightful handful. Merepotkan tapi merepotkan yang menyenangkan. Waduh. Halo Kak, halo Dims, welcome. Rusami malam minggu ada rencana buat main game horor? Malam minggu, waduh, lihat-lihat jadwal dulu ya. Soalnya Rusami akhir-akhir ini susah nentuin jadwal buat streamnya. Stream baca komik bareng, nanti saling rekomen. Boleh. Kita baca Tanasia. Ceritanya Eti. Tapi aku yang sekarang suka itu apa sih namanya? Aku suka baca siapa sih? Aku lupa judulnya apa. Oh, Untouchable Lady. Itu aku suka Paul. Itu tokoh utamanya keren sih. Idean Hilias. What a delightful handful. Okay. His word keep repeating in my head. I cannot stop hearing his voice and feeling his lips on my head. Mbak Ronda masih belum pernah mengenal apa yang disebut dengan ya, tapi kalau aku gitu juga kaget sih, sama aja. Semangat deh live-nya Rusami, aku mau pergi dulu, nanti mampir lagi. Oke, makasih Adilan. Thank you. His word keep repeating. I cannot stop hearing his voice and feeling his lips on my hand. My face feel warm, and every time I think about his word, my heartbeat feel unsteady. Oh no. Oh no. That's the sign, lady. It's the sign, Mbak Rondo. I really have to stop thinking about that. Karma is karma. And he puts on that overly polite act with everyone. But then I am pretty sure I have never seen him do something like that with another person. Cuman kamu doang yang digituin kah? I will just go downstairs and stop thinking about all of this. I need to tell Parvit and Delora what happened. Because of the time I returned to the merchant yesterday, I never spoke to anyone but what happened. Tentang apa yang terjadi? Maybe someone's downstairs. Mungkin ada yang di bawah. Soalnya biasanya yang lain juga ada di bawah. I leave my room and make my way downstairs to the reception. Aku meninggalkan kamar dan turun ke bawah ke tempat resepsi penerimaan. It is quiet when I enter, but not as silent as I thought it would be. Karma is sitting at one of the tables speaking quietly with Parvit and Delora. Oh, Karma ngobrol sama Parvit sama Delora. His injured hand is sitting on the table, bandage. I cannot help but stare at it, my heart plummeting. Tangannya yang kemarin. Lukanya itu karena salahku. So you have yet to hear the entire story? No, I'm afraid I'm not quite privy to the information Walt says. Is that correct? Walt has been directly involved in this far longer than you have. Oh, mereka ngomongin apa? What they are talking about? What about Waltz? Ada apa dengan Waltz? Iya, kaget gak tuh? Princess, you are up early. Kau bangun pagi banget. They all turned to look at me as I stand at the table. Karma still look tired. Di tempat kakak hujan kah? Enggak, udah selesai. Tadi hujan, tapi sekarang udah enggak. Karma still look tired. Karma masih kelihatan lelah dan dia nggak pakai baju biasanya. Pakai apa sih namanya itu? Pakai gaunnya. He looks somber but still smiles at me. Mbak Rondo, how nice of you to join us. When did he start trying my name without my title? Sejak kapan dia memanggil nama aku tanpa julukan? Bukan julukan. Apa sih namanya titel itu? Tanpa gelar. Mbak Rondo, you have run into a lot of different mishaps this week, haven't you? Ya, aku kena banyak masalah. Halo Tommy, halo Kazameci, welcome, selamat datang. Welcome. Ya, Mbak Rondo kena masalah terus minggu ini. I thought you would be stubbornly avoiding work. Instead, you go out of your way to get yourself into trouble. This involved me directly. How could I not be curious? Ini menyangkut tentangku. Bagaimana bisa aku tidak penasaran? Ayah ngomong apa? Kembali betul. You have also been irresponsible sneaking out without any of us knowing. I have the freedom to do whatever I want to. I even wore a cloak to... Oh no, the cloak. I left it at the bar. Ketinggalan di bar. Ininya, jaketnya yang kemarin. I feel a nudge at my arms and Karma is holding out my cloak with a tired smile. Oh, diambilin sama Karma. You went back to get this? Kamu kembali untuk mengambilnya? Kapan? Kemarin ketika kamu masih di kasur. You have been running yourself dry this last few days, Karma. It's nothing. Thank you. Kaget semua dong. I'm just say thank you. Thank you. What's this? Our ice princess is thanking someone. Why is that something so strange? Oh, come on now. She is not so icy. Mbok Rondo is more fire than anything. She's filled with unbridled passion and confidence. Thank you, Karma. Yes, I am fire. Confidence that has gotten me nowhere so far. Don't look so dumb, Rondo. You have become quite the accomplished woman. Karma gestures toward me and I flush, unsure of what he is taking. Nggak yakin dia ngomong apa. Lalu aku melihat Delora juga melihat ke arahku. Oh, perfect. Do you see that? What are they looking at? I reach down to grab my necklace and then pause. I cannot stop the gasp that leaves my lips. Oh, yatta! Akhirnya, satu pecahan didapatkan oleh Mbok Ronda. Yatta yo. Kapan semua ini terjadi? Princess, you didn't realize that there was an extra pieces on your necklace? Congratulations, Princess Mbak Ronda. You are a step closer to breaking your curse. I feel proud. Saya merasa bangga. I only ever felt this way around mother. Hai kak, saya kembali. Halo, welcome misal menggambar. Kembali? Halo, welcome, selamat datang. She did me a great favor yesterday. If not for Mbak Rondo, I might have suffocated beneath a pile of very excited women. Tunggu, menolong Karma kabur itu suatu yang baik kah? She was selfless. Selfless. He's not even mentioning the injury he got protecting me. Parvati and Delora are both smiling, but the cheerful mood does not last long. Kalian bicarakan tentang apa sebelum aku turun? Nggak enak, gimana ya? About your kidnapping, well, kidnappings, both of them. Tentang percobaan penculikanmu. It looks like we have a serious problem on our hands. Sepertinya ada masalah serius di sini. What do you know about this? What does Waltz know that I don't? Princess, it's more about what everyone else knows that you do not. Huh? Apa? Yang lainnya tahu, tapi aku nggak tahu. What everyone else knows? I feel anger begin to simmer inside of me, even though he looks apologetic. He says it's so casually. Apa yang kalian sembunyikan dariku? Let's gather everyone later, shall we? I think Waltz might want to be here for this too. Memang, apa hubungannya Waltz dengan semua ini? Be patient, Princess. We have already waited this long. What's another few hours? Menunggu lagi, kawan-kawan. I have no choice but to agree when Parvati and Delora refuse to say anymore, but I'm not happy about it. I spend the rest of my time doing idle chores around the tavern. I do a round of sweeping with Mr. Bloom. Yay! Aku bawa Mr. Bloom. And mindlessly organize some of the bottles. I cannot believe everyone knows something about me that I don't. But now I will find out the entire story. Maybe it will answer some of the questions I have. Hello, Wolf. Welcome. Touch grass. What is touch grass? menyentuh rerumputan. menyentuh rerumputan dan dedaunan. Welcome, Wolf. But why are they keeping things about me a secret to begin with? Delora gathers everyone in the tavern to discuss the kidnappings. I decided to sit in between Waltz and Karma. So we have a story to tell. Story time, huh? I don't suppose this will be a romance, will it? Gampar aja dah rumpel ini. How can you stand to make comment like that constantly? How can you stand to live a lie? Oh no, saling ngerosting kawan-kawan. Pengerosting handal. The two glare at each other across the table, but Delora silenced them. Delora starts with a story about the Great War. Delora mulai mengawali cerita dari perang besar. One that I have already heard so many times I can recite it myself. What does any of this have to do with me? Apa hubungannya denganku? Because of the fairy tales, witches like myself were punished for simply existing. Karena cerita dongeng itu, penyihir seperti aku dihukum karena tidak melakukan apapun. Our leader, the Tenebrarum Bearer, was kind witch that was overtaken by the grief that our people suffered. Pemimpin kami, pemegang Tenebrarum, adalah penyihir yang baik, tapi dia dipenuhi oleh rasa kesedihan karena penderitaan dari pihak penyihir. She was driven so far into madness that she created the fairy tale curse to punish human and make them suffer as witches had. Okay. And when that wasn't enough, she committed the ultimate taboo. Oh no. Dia melakukan sesuatu yang tabu, yang paling tabu di antara para penyihir. Dia membunuh manusia. I tried to stop her, but by the time I thought to act, it was too late. Aku mencoba menghentikannya, tapi saat itu semuanya terlambat. Knowing that Delora and Prophet were involved in the great crime made it seem more real. But wasn't the Tenebrarum Bearer killed? How can the fairy tale curse continue to spread if she dead? Tapi bukankah pemegang Tenebrarum sudah meninggal? Bagaimana bisa dongeng itu masih, kutukan dongeng masih terus blah blah. I believe that the Tenebrarum Bearer sacrificed the last bit of her life to continue powering the Tenebrarum. Also to ensure that the remaining witches could continue spreading the fairy tale curse. Is none of this ringing a bell for you? What are you talking about? Ngomongin apa sih? Maksudnya apa? She really did erase your memories. Apa? Ingatanku. Ada? Erase? Oh! The witch who died, Tenebrarum Bearer, was your mother, Princess Mbok Rondo. Soka, walah. Penyihir yang meninggal itu, pemegang Tenebrarum, adalah ibumu, Mbok Rondo. Oh, berarti Kanjeng itu penyihir. So Kanjeng is witch. Apa? For some reason I turned to look at Karma, who is one of the only people who doesn't look away from me. I grew up outside the kingdom, but even I knew of the terrible witch Hildir. Oh, konbanwa Yuki-san, welcome, selamat datang. Hildir, how I pronounce this? Hildir, the terrible witch Hildir. You expect me to believe any of this? She wasn't a witch. I would remember that. Well, you would if you had memory of the wars and the years before that. Under Hildir's rule, the palace was a dark place. The king didn't have any real power until Hildir was defeated. That goes for the rest of us too. We were slaves to Hildir. Kita semua budaknya Hildir. Delora's eyes flickers the world. It's the truth. What's no, because he is also a witch. He experienced Hildir's command over the witches firsthand as well. Bentar, dia penyihir tapi dikutuk. What is a witch? Jadi, what itu penyihir? Jelek banget. Jelek banget sih. Sorry for keeping it a secret, princess. It's not as if I can't use much magic anymore anyway, so not when I'm cursed. This is just another secret of many. It seems everyone is hiding something. Everyone was freed after Hildir's reigns. Witches, fairies, and human alike. The king was even able to marry Ophelia, the woman he always truly loved. Jadi raja itu this is a little agak ini ya. Jadi raja itu akhirnya raja bisa menikah sama Ophelia, seorang wanita yang benar-benar ia cintai. So it was always been Ophelia that he truly loved. Was that the reason I never felt any love for him? Because I was my mother's daughter? He gave up on me. No dear, I don't think he gave up on me. My voice is too loud in the reception area. I feel it crack beneath the pressure and suddenly I want to cry. But mother told me so many times not to cry. The king gave up on me. But mother didn't. Mother would tell me this was all a lie. She would tell me not to trust anyone. They must be lying. Wilujeng wengi teteh Uca, wilujeng wengi Nala. Welcome, selamat datang. Sugeng dangu, monggo. I turned to Karma. For some reason I trust him more than I trust Laura or Parvit. Is this the truth? I was told the story of Hildur and their doctor Morondo. They said you were the picture of elegance, but that you shared your mother's icy nature. But I don't think that's true at all. If Hildur's were ice, then you most certainly are warm fire. If my mother was a witch, then what does that make me? Kalau ibuku penyihir, lalu aku ini apa? Oh, you are a witch as well. Oh, I am a witch too. Whether you're or not, you were ever taught to use magic. On your upcoming birthday, you will become the Tenebrarum Pirate. Berarti pas umur 18 tahun ya. Halo Kopi yang terlihat. Welcome, selamat datang. Do you realize how ridiculous this all sound? Me? Aku? Seorang penyihir? Raja tak pernah bilang apapun tentang itu. And now I cannot even ask him if this is the truth because I'm cursed. Why would you even curse me? We didn't want to repeat tragedy, Morondo. I sat on your shelf for almost a year, princess. There were eyes in your heart, and if you had inherited the Tenebrarum in that state, who knows what would have happened? Then why didn't you tell me any of this? Delara and Perfect looked at each other before dropping their gaze to the ground. If we had told you before, would you have even bothered to listen? The king must have tried to do the same thing, and look how that turned out. You shouted at everyone who ever tried to tell you about Hildur's true nature. That is probably true. Even now, I'm having trouble believing that they are telling me the truth. The whole world feels as if it is collapsing around me. I need to escape. I need to get out and be somewhere else, but kenapa para penyihir mencariku? You are the heir of Tenebrarum. No doubt the evil witches want you on their side so they can continue wreaking havoc and enjoy with the fairy tale curse. The men that were looking for Morondo were not witches though. They were knights. Perhaps the witches and the knights are working together. This must be the part of Alcastar's scheme to steal the throne. What are you talking about? The reason why Garland and I left the Order of Caldera was because the king did not believe us about Alcastar. Corpse. How would he know of the priest's identity though? Anyone who isn't a witch, a fairy, or isn't cursed should not be able to remember her. Loh, thumbnailnya jadi ingat tweet itu. Tweet gimana? Halo, I don't know. Welcome. But now we know that it's not just witches looking for the princess, but knights of the Order of Caldera as well. They definitely have a description of her from someone. Morondo? Oh, Karma, dekat Karma. Karma reached out ahead to touch my shoulder, and I flinched back before standing up. Aku tidak bisa membicarakan tentang ini sekarang. Aku ingin sendiri dulu. Prin, let her go. She will need a lot of time to think. I leave everyone sitting at the table as I try to process the whirling thought in my mind. Hildur, my mother, the only person I ever thought loved me, was the Tenebrarum Pirate, a witch, the first witch to kill a human. The witch that started by the fairy tale cursed. All this time I thought mother was the only one who cared about What if she never did? I stay in the room for a long time, trying to process everything I have been told. Kebiasaan layar HP sensitif. Kenapa? What happened? Oke. Ketekan tombol home, astaga. Halo Doki Sensei, welcome Mbok Rondo. Yes. Namanya Mbok Rondo. Sangat lokal ya. This go by before I decide to leave the tavern again to watch Karma practice with the knights. These last few days I feel hollow. Maybe seeing a normal practice will help me feel better. Maybe it will make things feel like nothing changed. Oke. Cinderella P. Iya. Fenomenon, gak cukup itu tempatnya. Jadi aku tulis Cinderella P. When I arrive at the forest, however, only Karma is standing in the clearing. He's staring through the trees as if he sees something there, but his expression is solemn, almost sad. I'm back. Hello back. I'm Rusami. Enggak. Hello Dims. Selamat datang kembali. Eventually he sighed. Karma itu kakaknya Arjuna bukan? itu karena bukan sih? Karena bukan Karma Sensei. Kayaknya seingatku karena sih yang anaknya matahari itu sama dewa matahari ya. Diki, halo, welcome Diki biasalah. Iya karena, iya bukan Karma Sensei, karena. Eventually he sighed, shaking his head before turning into my direction. Aku juga kaget Karma. Mbok Rondo? Iya Karma? Ada apa? I prepare myself for a response but find that no word come to mind. I have not spoken to Karma since the talk about mothers and witches. And any of this is I felt with him before has slipped away. Aku lebih sering manggilnya Karma. Oh Karma. Halo halo Kiryu Zero. Welcome Kiryu. Still I come here on my own and I cannot just stand here being mute. I say the first thing that comes to mind. Where are Juliana and Karlan? Jadi, di mana Julian dan Karlan? I will only train with Karlan. Julian is on patrol duty. Julian is on patrol duty tonight. Karma itu yang di anime Assassination Classroom. Iya, nggak salah. Akabani Karma. Bangun tidur udah disambut sama yang manis-manis. Waduh, bangun tidur langsung makan gula ya, manis. He will be here later. I just come early. Okay. It seems you did too. Yeah. Mbok Rondo, are you okay? I'm sorry I haven't been by to see you. It is not as if you owe that to me. Keharis juga sih. Mbok Rondo ya. Disambut sama Mbok Rondo. Ini tapi dia belum nikah tapi namanya udah Rondo gitu loh. Ya gula sak ganteng. I don't owe it to you. Ardilan, aku bisa baca sih itu. Cuman kamu cobain aja ya pakai bahasa Indonesia aja ya biar viewer yang lain bisa baca. Maksudnya bisa tahu komennya juga gitu kan. I don't owe it to you, but I truly want to. I've just been busy this last few days scouting the town for information. As much as I want you to come with me. Oh, mau diajak jalan-jalan? Why would you ever want to pair up with someone like me anyway? Why princess? Just because you are? Iya, aku kenapa? I am bitter and cold. Aku bitter. Aku pahit. Aku pahit dan dingin. Dan walaupun aku pengen berubah, yang bisa kupikirkan hanya diriku sendiri. Yeay, gula sakantang. Permen kopiku. But now I want to change because I do not want to be the same as my mother. Isn't that selfish? Tapi sekarang aku ingin berubah karena aku tidak ingin sama dengan ibuku. Apakah aku egois? Maybe so, but I believe you are being selfish for the right reasons. Mungkin iya, tapi kamu jadi egois untuk alasan yang benar. An entirely selfless person cannot survive in this world. Before we can make others happy, we have to be happy ourselves. Ini kawan-kawan pesan moralnya hari ini. Orang yang benar-benar tidak egois itu nggak bisa bertahan di dunia ini. Sebelum kita membuat orang lain bahagia, kita harus membahagiakan diri kita sendiri. Nah, it's the quotes today. Jadi kalian sebelum membahagiakan orang lain, coba bahagiakan diri sendiri dulu ya. Itu karakter red hair CWK atau CWK sih? Iya, CWK. Dia kalau siang jadinya Miss Karma, tapi kalau malam jadinya Mas Karma. Pesan moral hari ini, self love and self care. Yes, benar sekali Sensei. Kata-kata mutiara lagi nih. Iya makanya. Nih tak screenshotin ya. Before we can make others happy, we have to be happy ourselves. Happy. Bahagia untuk diri kita sendiri. Yes. An angry person holds resentment towards everyone, and it marks whatever good deeds they seek to do too. That is why I cannot complete my good deeds. Wrong. You have already got one done. Recognizing the need for change is always a good thing, Mbak Rondo. Regardless of the motivation, you are trying to become a better person. That is what matter. Oh, ini juga bagus quotes-nya. Karena bisa bertransgender. Enggak, karena ini kena kutukan. Jadi kutukannya dia itu membuat dia jadi crossdresser. Jadi kalau siang jadinya Miss Karma, kalau malam jadinya Mas Karma. Recognizing the need of change is always a good thing, Mbak Rondo. Menyadari kalau diri kita harus berubah itu bagus. Apapun motivasinya, itu artinya kamu mencoba menjadi orang yang lebih baik. Itulah yang penting. He takes a step towards me, then puts his hand on my shoulders and leans down until I can look right into his eyes. Karma's serious expression startled me as much as his touch. It is never too late for anyone to change. You taught me that. Kebalik ya, di sini seringnya siang cowok, malam jadi cewek. Iya, kebalik. Ini siang jadi cewek, malamnya jadi cowok dia. Hai, halo Ozzy, welcome. Selamat datang. Apa? Iya, makanya, how could I have told Karma anything? Do you mind if I tell you a story, Mbak Rondo? Dozo. He's standing. He is standing. He is standing too close. Of course, I will step away. Whoa. Punten. What are you doing, sir? I take step away from him and Karma's hand fall from my shoulder. He sighed out. The story better be just as dramatic as mine. Thank you, Mbak Ronda. For what? Untuk apa? Oh! Yata. Lancar bun. For agreeing to listen. And for what you did? Untuk karena udah mau dengarkan dan for just stepping away from him? Was I distracting him? Once upon a time in the land far. Oh ya, bentar, aku baca cerita ya ini ya. Once upon a time in the land far, far away, there lived a crown prince from a kingdom called Burgundia. Burgundia is one of the neighboring kingdom, so this is make believe. Masakah? Jangan-jangan? Apakah Mas Karma adalah His name was Claude Aedric Renaldi Mattheus Almonte. Ayah, panjang kali nama kau. His name was Claude Aedric Renaldi Mattheus Almonte. But because the name was such a mouthful, he settled for an acronym as a nickname. At least around the palace, where it was acceptable. Oh alah. Suka. Cloud Aedric Karma. Prince Cloud was a man who flaunted his beauty and talents to all that he met. He often used his title to get what he wanted. Prince Cloud was a selfish man who felt he was entitled for everything that he had. He was vain and often left his castle unattended so that he could avoid his responsibilities. Then, one day, he chanced upon a beautiful maiden in the town square. He led her around the whole day, being as charming as he possibly could. And then, at the end of the day, he asked the woman to be his lover. Oh! She agreed, but their time together did not last long. Only weeks later, Prince Cloud threw her away as one throws away an object and broke the woman's heart. And she cursed him. That beautiful maiden was a witch, but Prince Cloud found out too late. The witch said she would make his beauty his vanity, a curse. To make even beauty a curse. Ashamed of being cursed, Prince Cloud donned a disguise and left his kingdom behind. He has been gone for nearly a year now, and must probably assume he is dead. But in truth, the prince had come to Angeli, seeking a way to break his curse. He had heard a young lady named Rondo, who, on her 80th birthday, could dispel any curse. Oh, wait! Berarti Mbak Rondo bisa ngilangin semua macam kutukan. Karma. He looks so sad. I don't know how to comfort him. Cloud? Whoa. He's blushing. Cloud's turning a starting light as he stared at me, and for a few moments he does not speak. Then he bursts out laughing. I stare at him in shock, not understanding his reaction. I feel myself flush. Isn't that the real name? Bukannya itu nama aslimu? No, darling, it is. But hearing you say my name, well, it sounds so much softer out of your lips. I rather like it. Cloud! My cheeks are warm again. How is it that he always able to make me feel this way? That's love, Mbak Rondo. That's love. I will call you by that name if it makes you so happy. Let's make it a secret between the two of us. I'm still Miss Karma here. Iya, kamu masih Miss Karma di sini. Kamu bukan Mas Claude, kamu Miss Karma di sini. Besides, I rather you keep that name for my ears only. It makes me feel more special that way. More special? Special pakai telur. At that moment, Garland shows up for practice, and Cloud politely excused himself. I watched the two of them trade blows. Cloud favors his other hands, but his blows still come quickly even with his injury. The more Cloud tells me, the more I realize that he's like me, a noble curse for being selfish. But how do I help break his curse? Why can't he tell me? As practice is drawing to a close, Cloud asks Garland the usual question. Ditanyain dong, kapan kamu kukuhaku kejurian? Garland only shook his head in reply. Dia cuma menggelengkan kepala. The two men shoot their sword. Garland looked almost sad as he turned to make his way back to the tavern. He likes her, and yet he won't say anything. Why is that? Frustrating me so much. Dia suka sampai gak ngomong-ngomong. Suka tapi dipendem, dia gak ngomong. Garland. Yes, princess. You have to tell Julian. Tell it, boy. Tell it. Tell her. Kamu harus bilang. Cole told me before that confessing is hard. But what Cloud is going through looks even harder. Cloud bilang kalau misalnya ngomong suka itu susah. Tapi apa yang akan Garland rasakan jauh lebih susah lagi. Princess, you know I'm incapable. No, you think you are, but if you never say anything to her, you will never know. Nggak, cuman kamu aja mikir kayak gitu. Tapi kalau kamu nggak ngomong apa-apa ya, kamu juga nggak bakal tahu. Dicoba dulu. Just do it. Just do it, Garland. Just do it. Just confess already. If I say something wrong, I risk losing everything that I already have with her. Kalau aku mengatakan sesuatu yang salah, aku beresiko kehilangan segalanya yang sudah aku lakukan dengan dia. Dan kalau kamu nggak bilang apa-apa, you risk losing what you could have with her. Oh, kata-kata mutiara aja kawan-kawan. Kalau aku nggak ngomong, and if you say nothing, tapi kalau kamu nggak bilang apa-apa, kamu juga beresiko kehilangan sesuatu yang kamu bisa lakukan dengan dia. Oh, nice, lacar bun. Benar kata Mbak Rondo. Maybe you should tell her, Garland. Mungkin kamu harus memberitahu dia, Garland. Catat, yes, catat. Kata-kata mutiaranya bagus, kawan-kawan. But before Cloud was adamant that Garland should not confess to Julian. What changed? Oh ya, tapi sebelumnya ya nggak salah sih. Tapi sebelumnya Karma bilang kayak Garland nggak usah ngomong aja gitu. Tapi sekarang kenapa dia malah nyuruh si Garland buat confess? If I mess this up, let's try looking at it through another lens. Imagine that Julian is Mbok Rondo. Bayangkan kalau Julian itu Mbok Rondo. How do you think she would like to be confessed to? I frowned at the two men, arm crossed. Aku melihat. Punten? Maksudnya gimana? Aku kok dipakai contoh? Well, you and Julian are very similar. You are both very straightforward. Kamu sama Julian itu mirip. Sama-sama belak-belakan. Confess to the prince. Do you want to confess to me, Garland? My eyes moved to Cloud, but only fleetingly before they are once again on Garland. You just need to do something simple, Garland. Something that will not rub her the wrong way. A maiden heart is even fragile, and each woman is different. Ya, nggak salah. Cloud is wearing... Pelajaran kawan-kawan, look at this. Hati seorang wanita itu rapuh, dan tiap wanita itu berbeda-beda. Cloud is wearing an amused smile on his face, but he is looking at me, not Garland. I feel my face flush and have to look away. Mbak Ronda, you are tomato-red again. It's adorable. No, Karma. I'm not adorable, thank you. I crossed my arms over my rapidly beating heart again and forced a scowl over my face. Yo, halo Zero, welcome. Informasi diterima. Yes. Kalian harus belajar dari Miss Karma. Enggak, sekarang Mas Karma, soalnya malam. No, I was just thinking about what Garland could do. Something simple like when Karma kissed my hand, Garland kissing Julian's hands is probably not a good idea. Maybe he could do what Cloud and I did one day in town. He can buy her some food or they can just... ditraktir, diajak makan-makan. Ditraktir ya. Garland, have you ever just asked Julian out for food? Garland, kamu pernah nggak ngajak Julian makan keluar? Nggak sendiri sih, Julian is practically and she always eat at the tavern. She's also always on duty if she's available. I will take her patrol shift tonight from now then, and tomorrow you can ask her out for a meal. We can make your invite a grand fair. We can drape banners on the walls, or I could give you a rose. Apa Karma? That sounds like a terrible idea. Yes, no, don't do that. I am offended. I feel like if I did something like that for Julian, she would get embarrassed and punch me. Ya, nggak salah sih. Sendiri berarti. Sun. Sounds like another lady that I know. Borondo ya. Cloud grinned at me, but I just roll my eyes. Garland, just ask her normally. Coba ajak dia biasa aja deh, nggak usah aneh-aneh deh. Yang maksudnya dia ajak biasa aja gitu. Terus pas kalian udah berdua, tinggal bener-bener berdua, kamu bisa confess ke dia. And we will make sure you have time to do it. I will purposefully come late to practice tomorrow night so you can ask her out for that date. How does that sound? You two really think I can do this? Bisa. You just have to ask the question. Yes, cuma tanya doang. Whatever follow which at least be an answer. Besok malam kalau gitu. Semangat Karlan, kembali. Bisa yuk. Confess yuk. Tanggalnya bagus nih, tanggal cantik nih, 11 ini. Good man, I'm sure it will go swimmingly. Or I could drown. You won't drown, Karlan. Kamu gak bakal tenggelam, tenang aja. Karlan exits himself with a nervous smile before Cloud turns to me expectantly with a mischievous grin. Now, Morono, we will come here early tomorrow and spy on them. We need to scope out a good spot. di mata-matai dong. Of course, we need to make sure that our effort pay off. I don't think we should. Iya, nggak boleh itu karma, nggak baik. Lebih bagus 11 2011. Waduh, ini itu kembali ke masa lalu dong. Gak apa-apa. Sekarang tanggal 11 cantik. Ayo bisa. You don't want to see how it plays out. Kamu nggak mau tahu gimana hasilnya? I mutely shake my head. For some reason, I'm imagining myself in Turan position. It feels too personal. Clouds likeliness suddenly spring to my mind, and I feel my face grow hot again. Morono, you have been utterly out of it today. Cloud reached out a hand toward me, then abruptly pulls away. I stare as he smiled at me almost sheepishly. The conversation between us dies, and we turn to the margin. Yeah. Days passes, and though I did not spy on the conversation between Turan and Karlan, I noticed that Karlan has been smiling from ear to ear during his practice with Cloud recently. Oh, you did it! You did it, Karlan! I can only assume that his convention went well. You did it, boy! Cloud took the petrol shift tonight, and as I lie in bed, I am restless. Every time I watch Cloud practice with Turan and Karlan, I'm reminded of the playlist of Fritz. I wonder how Fritz is doing. Is he still practicing with the other knights? My thoughts darken as I recall the kidnapping. Cloud has to save me every single time. He got injured saving me. Unable to sleep, I slip out of bed and make a way to the reception room. The night air is cool, and no one stops me from standing just outside of the march. I cannot just sit back and do nothing anymore. I have to act. I do not want to Cloud get hurt because of Megan. Aku gak mau Cloud terluka karena aku lagi. Eventually, I see Cloud approach. He looked tired and is moving more slowly than usual. But when he sees me, he slipped quick into a smile. Oh, Morono, what are you doing out here tonight, love? Love? Iya kan? Instead of darling. That's you. Hello, Cloud. Cloud blushing. His face is dark red again. If you were using my real name, I suppose you have come to ask for something serious. How could he know that? I don't need to ask something of you. Well, if you need a shoulder to cry on, I'm right here, love. No, wait. Oh, this is not about... Never mind. I'm asking if you will be my instructor. For some reason, I seems to have caught Cloud off guard. He stared at me for a few moments. What? Nah, aku ingin belajar cara menggunakan pedang. Dan aku ingin kamu menjadi guruku. Cloud's expression become uncharacteristically serious. I'd rather you didn't learn how to use a sword. I do not want you to keep protecting me. Aku gak mau kamu terus ngelindungin aku. I don't mind protecting you. Tapi akunya yang gak mau dilindungin terus, Cloudy. You should know this. Yeah, I know. Cloud sighed and shakes his head. Princess should not be using swords. I want to be able to stand on my own 2 feet. Nice, Morono. That's what you have to do. You are. I do not want you to get hurt again, and when I could do something about it. Teach me, please. Cloud? Once again, he flashed. It seems to be an instant reaction, and it is both amusing and endearing. Our princess sudah menemukan cara untuk membuat mangkarma blushing. It won't be easy. I wasn't expecting it to be. Cloud stares at me for a long time before finally letting out a heavy sigh. Yatta! Yes! Thank you, Cloud. Fine, I'll train you. Thank you. We'll learn in a day, but I can teach you this essential. You can use one of the knight's training sword. Oh, Mbak Rondo smiling. Mbak Rondo tersenyum. Terima kasih. Music to my ears made me in clearing in 10 minutes. 10 minutes? What? You said you want to trade, so we will. Don't expect me to go easy on you. Tapi dia habis patrol loh. But are you tired? Iya, kamu gak capek kah? He looked exhausted when he come in, and now he wants to trade. Already trying to get out of training. Bukan! Cloud 6 descend, but he is smiling. I'll see you there in a few minutes, love. Yata, akhirnya kita berlatih pedang. Moonlight spills through the leaves, illuminating the forest with gentle light. Long minutes pass, and as I stand in the clearing, I begin to feel restless. It isn't like Cloud to be late. Is he tending to his injury? I hear a rustling in the leaves and turn immediately to see what the disturbance is. But the minutes I do, I am pulled back by a strong force, and my word gets dropped. Before I can scream, I hear a gentle voice in my ear. Nani? Apa ini? Lesson 1, Mbak Rondo. When apprehended by an enemy that you can see, remain calm. Oke. Kita catat kawan-kawan. Pelajaran pertama. Ketika ada musuh yang kamu nggak bisa lihat, tetap tenang dan gunakan kelima indramu. How best to get the upper hand. Rusami wangi, tadi gacha hoki lagi kayak kemarin. Waduh, kamu gacha apa lagi Kazameci? Gacha again ya. This voice is coming from right behind me. Suara ini datangnya langsung dari belakangku. Hello sir, punten. Cloud? I become aware that this is the closest he's ever been to me, with my big press on it just like that. I've died! I cannot! My heart, no, help! My heart, panicking disorient mind. Gak boleh panik. That is why you must remain cool under any circumstances. Stay cool. Stay cool, guys. Stay cool, Rusa. Ucha, you can do this. Ucalt me. I am ucalt me. Rusami Howlam. How could I not predict any normal person with panic? Ya, berarti normal saya. Still, I try to force myself to be calm. Lesson 2, enemies will often let down their guards when they think they have the upper hand. Catch your opponent off guard by remaining calm and locating this weakness with your sense. I try to calm myself as Cloud is struck, and I feel it is a bit easier, but only because I know it is Cloud. An opening. I move as quickly as I can, stepping forward so that I can swing an elbow back at Cloud's stomach. Before that happens, Cloud has pulled me back to him, closing whatever distance I had put between us. In the process, aku gak bisa baca. Aku tidak mau baca. In the process, he moves his hand from my eyes to my mouth. I can once again see the forest, but my words are muffled beneath his head. Another thing to remember, you won't always be able to catch your enemy off guard by throwing punches or hit at them. Your opponent will usually always be stronger than you, Pak Rondo. Remember what I said about weakness. Enemy will often let their cards down when they believe they are winning. Just like I have. An opening? It occurs to me as a glitch around me, then down at Karma's bandage hand. Karma's bandage hand is over my mouth. Is this an opportunity or a trick? Gigit! I'm going to feel terrible about this, but I have to try. How? I try to shift my head to get enough space to bite down, and even Cloud cannot hold me completely still as a squirm. Eventually, the hand over my mouth moved just enough for me to open my mouth, but I falter. I cannot bite the hand that I injured. Yeah, nggak bisa. I cannot. Unable to do anything else, I mutely shake my head and I hear Cloud groan. In one swift motion, he pushed me down to the ground, pinning my hand by my head as he frowns at me. You are not even going to try and find an opening? I glare at him. I'm not going to bite your hands. Bite my hand? I didn't even think of that. But you made it obvious. You put your hand over my mouth. Yes, gigit. Hulk. I mean for you to try moving my hair, pushing back a person's thumb usually cause their grip to loosen. How was I supposed to know that? Ya, mana saya tahu. Yang paling deket ya gigit. Oh. Experience is the best means of practice, as they say. Wah, lancar ya, Bun. I have a complaint about that particular lesson, but I withhold it. That was a pretty good attempt, but not good enough, I'm afraid. I wasn't expecting you to come to me like that. I was expecting sword practice. You were not expecting a man to kidnap you in the alleyway, were you? Ya nggak salah sih, nggak salah. You are only quiet. It is hard to find an opening to hurt you when you are not really my enemy. He does not move but continues to stare at me. His face is close to mine, close enough to close enough to what exactly? Iya makanya close enough to what? But do you trust me to protect you? That's not the point. I need to be able to protect myself. Because you are planning on investigating the witches on your own? No, yeah, that's the point, sir. That's the point. I want to be able to protect myself because I do not want you getting hurt protecting me. Cloud leans down and I can feel his hair at my cheeks. For a few moments everything slows to a stop, and all I can hear is my heartbeat and his slow breathing. Once you set your mind to something, you don't let go, do you? Yes, of course. Cloud pulls away from me before I can respond, and he's standing again, offering me a hand. Let's get started with some sword then. Okay. The pleasant smile is back on his face. I can never tell what he's thinking at times like this. What are you really like, Cloud? Nice! Chapter 7 Tornadoes. When I return to Martin later that night, my hands are scratched, and I think I might be bruises on my arms. Cloud was not joking when he said he would not go easy on me. But he did compliment me more than once. But Rondo, I've hit you quite a few times and you haven't uttered a single complaint. Impressive. Crying is for the weak. Nangis itu hanya untuk yang lemah. Though everyone should be sleeping, I noticed that the light is still on at the tavern. I see Julian and Garland up at the table, speaking with each other and laughing. If Cloud had come back with me, he would be happy to see this. Kalian masih bangun? They are not even surprised when they turn to face me. Good days like this are even better when scratched. I haven't been off duty in a long time. Did you both have a good time together? It was great. Carla knows this little place in the town that I've never seen and heard before. I noticed that Julian is more energetic than usual. Her smile a little wider than normal. Mabuk kaya? I'm going to get another drink. Another drink? Karlan leans in toward me, his voice hissed. We already brought a replacement bottle when we were out today. We would never take anything from the merchant without money. Pagi kak, halo Sunamaru, welcome, selamat datang. Ya, durian mabuk kah? Oh no, Princess Tipsy, if take a bus, it's a lot quicker. Oh. Karlan and I watched Durian as she refilled her glass at the bar. I have to thank you, Princess. I would never have asked her out if you and Karma has not insisted on it. Jadi, kamu udah confess tanggal 11/11. Karlan looks at me with a pleased smile. Okay, I will take as yes. She didn't really realize until much later. I just asked her out for food and she thought that was all it was. Mungkin Julian memang perlu dikasih tahu, bener-bener dikasih tahu. What happened? I told her, and we talked and remembered old times. He sounds like an old man. And I held her hand. And I held her hand. I noticed Garden flinched ever so slightly, but he is smiling. He looks pleased with himself. And the night not over yet, so he dressed over the... ada subscriber baru. Selamat datang Raffi Narandra. Makasih sudah subscribe. Thank you. Tapi dah ke sebelah sana dah. What about you and Karma? Hah? Gimana dengan kamu dan Karma? Ada apa? What about us? I've asked him to trade me. Trade? Princess, you have asked him to teach you how to use sword? What's this? Our princess is going to pick up a sword? I should leave them to their conversation and head to bed. I need to get some rest if I want to start practicing at night. I excuse myself to head upstairs. I am startled awake by an excruciatingly bright light. It is momentarily, and when it's over, I'm sitting in my bed, dazed and confused. My eyes burn. My hand flies to a pendant around my neck, where I see the second glass. Yatta! Second piece, where I see the second glass slippers with another piece. Oh nice, kurang satu lagi. There is another piece. Tapi kapan aku melakukan hal yang baik? I grab the necklace tightly in my hand as I make my way to the tavern. Everyone is doing their pre-morning course when I get to the tavern area. I notice Karma clearing off its space and then not far from him the two knights. Mereka begadang. I make my way slowly over to them. Even back then you were like some kind of shadow, weren't you? You don't have to hide it. It was obvious you were trailing me back then. Garland dari dulu udah ngikutin Jurian. It was because I worry about you. I realized you really didn't have to follow me, Lan, but I'm glad you did. Lan? Jurian. Oh, Fritz, you call you that too. Lan is Karlan's childhood name. He still gets embraced when I call him that. I see. So, what you guys talking about? Kita cuman kenang-kenang doang. What I mean is, I look up the two of them critically for a few moments, waiting for them to say something. Well, what? How did your date go last night? Garland makes a sound and turns bit red, Julian eyebrow quick, and then she laughed. Oh, Dad, it went well. So well, in fact, that you can see that the two of us are still very much enjoying each other's company. Julian is usually busy tucking her around the merchant with a scowl on her face. She looked happier being here with Garland, more relaxed. So that's good thing. You might even say that we are dating. Oh. 11-11. Julian Garland 11-11. Tanggal cantik. Isn't it funny how red he gets, Princess? You were blushing just as much as yesterday when I... One more word, Lan, and I swear I will punch you. What happened? What happened yesterday? The two of them are both blushing now, and the scene is oddly comical. Who knows that the two great knights of the Order Caldera could be so easily undone? Both of you are amusing to watch. The two of them stare at me, suddenly solemn face. I suddenly remember that one conversation that I had at the castle. They were talking about how they all had personal reason for being knights. Seeing them talk without a straight face, they really have more like people. My curiosity is piqued. Do you mind if I ask what the reason we're becoming knights? Oh, my father was a knight. He put his life on the line for his kingdom. Julian's father was a living legend in his own right, and he had the medals to back it up. My father was not around a lot, but I always admired him. Judging by the look on Julian's face, it's clear for me that she is really love her father. My mother died when I was young, and because of my father could not be around all the time to care of me, I ended up practically living with Lan and his family. Ah, teman dari kecil. Lan always got annoyed when I called him my brother. No, I know why. Ya jadi gitu alasannya. Julian wanted to follow in her father's footsteps. Then why did you join the Knights, Carlan? Because he wanted to watch over me. Cie, ketahuan cie. Halo Resumi, halo Timmy, welcome, selamat datang. I never know you blush so easily, Carlan. Suka teasing ternyata. Oh gosh, this so cute. Garland seems to blush even harder at that, and Julian's laughter become infectious. I feel immersed begin to bubble up as I watch the two of them. But a cold face cuts out the laughter and was like hot blast through eyes. Ugh. Could you keep it down over there? Oh no. Lada aja butos tak? Oh, yeah, sorry. He's still glaring at the two of them. Oh, I can tell him about the necklace. Karma, I cut another piece of my necklace, another good hit. Cloud turns his gaze on me, but the frown doesn't disappear. That is nice, darling. Oh. Dia panggilnya darling lagi. That felt lackluster and oddly disappointing. Congratulations, princess. You're close to breaking your curse. What did you get the good deed for? Aku juga nggak yakin. I'm not sure actually. Maybe it was for helping Lan confess. I hear you and Karma went out of way to help make it back. That happened yesterday though. Yeah, 11-11. Maybe the magic was waiting to see what become of Garland and I. Cloud, are you okay? Rachel, Butosta, if you two insist of being so affectionate, you should get a room. Affectionate? Julian's smile has faded away into a dangerous scowl when Carlan looked confused. Julian not notably irritated. The shadow is still there on his face. Carl does not look okay. Well, I scolded him, of course. Are you alright? What happened? It doesn't matter if something bothered him. It isn't like him to be so rude. Yes. Irritation is no excuse for rudeness. Fine, I apologize. Happy? He looks at me for a few moments. His expression twists into a significant scowl, but it doesn't hold long. I'm sorry. His apology sounds real. Oh, nice! Lancar sekali, but still, why do I feel so disappointed? Silence descends for a few moments before Cloud abruptly stand up from his table. Excuse me. Cloud turns briskly and head upstairs, leaving me with the two knights. Dia kenapa? Karma daijou bukan na? I do not think it's you too. I get the feeling that Cloud holds his hand back from saying what he means sometimes. Sometimes he acts strange, distant, and recently he is getting more and more moody. Princess? Oh, Mbak Anis! Hello, Mbak Anis! Long time no see you! I look over at Anis, who is smiling apologetically. Sorry to interrupt, but Mr. Bloom is getting kind of restless. Oh, aku bawa Mr. Bloomku sendiri. Time to sleep, I guess. Well, maybe cleaning will help get mind off the thing. Halo Altar, welcome. Selamat datang. Heyo, selamat datang. The rest of the day goes by slow. I'm stuck cleaning most of the day and then serving later. At one point, I spoke to Delora about knights that had attempted to kidnap me, and she told me that she and Prophet are meeting later to discuss their suspicions. I still do not understand what their suspicious was when Sir Alcaster cannot possibly know who am I. My hands are sore by the end of the night, but I still feel like I can practice with a sword. I noticed that both Jurian and Karan look restless too. Karan eventually leaves Soul Patrol, while Jurian remains at the table. Malam Resami, halo Hiko, malam, welcome, selamat datang. I do not want to bother her, so I decide to try to find Cloud. I go to his room, but find that the door is locked. Karma, are we training tonight? No answer. My heart sinks. Is he not speaking to me? Did I do something wrong? For this, Cloud stayed in his room, only leaving when he had to be on patrol. A few times I saw Parvati go into his room, but she refused to talk about what is bothering him. I feel so useless. When Cloud did appear in the tavern or out in the town, he still had that terrible grimace on his face. Karma, daijoubu. Aku jadi khawatir sama Karma. Look, I really don't want to talk right now. If you are so frustrated with me, why not just ignore me? No, I'm not going to train tonight. I'm not in the right state of mind. Jadi moody dah. Mood swing. I don't want to talk about it. Just leave me alone, please. I'm really beginning to worry about him. It has been almost a week since Cloud started acting so strangely, so I thought I did to go something from him. I know he liked dresses and he told me once that he liked roses, but can I really find something that will cheer him up? Perhaps he would like some jewelry. Itu Miss Karma. Miss Karma, bukan Mas Karma. But yeah. Waltz, do you remember where that jewelry store Karma likes is? I don't go there very often, so unfortunately no. Princess, is this a good deed? What you're doing right now, did you think it will be a good deed? Good deeds need to be selfless, right? Generally yes. I hope this will count as selfless. I'm doing this to cheer Karma up. That's pretty selfless. But it's also so that he goes back to teaching me how to fight instead of sulking in his room. Waltz nggak tahu ya kalau aku latihan pedang. I have heard Karma has been teaching you how to use sword. Why do you want to learn how to fight? Because I want to be able to protect myself. And it's not like I can use magic. At least sword fighting gives me an advantage. I'm sorry, Princess. I wish I could teach you magic, but it doesn't work when you are under a curse. But on your 18th birthday, when you become the Teneblarum Pirate, you will be able to use magic. I will instruct you if you want me to. That would be nice. So that does not solve my current problem. What would cheer Cloud up? What's that chuckling beside me and I turn look at me, confused. Oh, this is a character development, kawan-kawan. Karma is important to you, isn't he? He is my partner and he's helped me. He has also been patient with me and smart even when I've said some really inconsiderate things to him. I'm glad, Princess, that he's your friend. My friend? Cloud does not feel like a friend. He feels like something else. What do you mean, Mbok Rondo? Masa kah? The bibit-bibit cinta? Oh, Princess, is this the one you were searching for? What's point a peddler sporting different kind of jewelry, and I instantly make my way towards it. There are all kinds of glittering things displayed. Siang karmik, malam karma. Yes, bukan. Siang Miss Karma, malam Mas Karma. And for a few moments, I feel myself drawn to everything. Oh no, the price tags. Harganya mahal. I barely have any moment left from when the king gave me that pouch. I cannot afford any of this. Saya nggak punya duit. Miskin. Malam Rusami-san. Halo Fadia. Welcome. Malam. Selamat datang. Maybe we should do our errand first and then look for a gift. Maybe we'll find something as we look through the stores. But if I don't get cloud gift today, I may not be able to give it to him tonight. Princess? Kerjaan dulu lah ya. Walt has a good point. We might find something while we do the errands, and then we can get them out of the way. Besides, it's not right for me to put cloud above everyone else. Oh, nice! We spent a few hours gathering the supplies needed for the tavern, and only then do we start looking again for Cloud's gift. Princess, I can hold more those bag for you. Aku bisa ngebawakin tas itu. You are so gentleman, Walt. It's fine, I'm used to carrying a lot of bag. Does karma make you carry them around? Udah biasa. Princess, you should really tell him off. He does a lot of other things for me, but next time I think I will. So long as he gets out of his room sometime soon, I really hope he does. Hey, Princess. But now the problem is finding something that he will like. What does Cloud like? Princess? There's no reason for you to shout. Let me offer you a deal. Oh, what deal? If you help me set up one of my puppet show, I will pay you. You earn money from puppet show? I get tips, so what do you say? I won't go easy on you though. Tolong internet aja baku hantam. Kenapa? Yes, I will help you. Why do you seem so surprised? I was just thinking that everyone's right. You have really changed. Yes, character development right here, right now. Maybe having Karma as a partner really was a good idea. Being partners with Cloud may have changed me for a better, but I hope I have done the same for him. I'm sure Karma would be very happy that you were buying him a gift. Receiving gift from admirers isn't the same thing as you getting him something. You receive gift. Dia dapat hadiah dari pengagumnya. For a few moments, I think about the woman who chased us in a town a few weeks ago, and I feel like until unpleasant step in my heart. Aku doain aku menang. Dari tadi mau buka YouTube loading mulu dan baru rada normal. Semangat internetnya haru. Small things. A man will treat him to a dessert every so often. I saw a lot of it when we did errands together. I always make Karma accept those gifts without killing the man. Killing the man is dramatic, but sounds like Karma. Yes. He punched Rampel when he asked him to marry. Ya, soalnya nggak tahu kalau Miss Karma itu sebenarnya Mas Karma. Karma wears his disguise to be convincing, but then gets angry when people fall for it. He is still very much a child. Masih bocil. You know how he is. He doesn't like being flirted with. Walt, do you know anything else about Karma's curse? His curse, he never really talks about it. Walt and I continue our search for a gift. Walt tell me that I can look for something a bit more expensive, and that he will just put me to work on another day by helping him with his puppets. I return to the jewelry peddler we found earlier. Hello, madam, sir. What I can help you with today? Ada yang bisa dibantu hari ini? Selamat datang, selamat belanja di Selamat datang di Indo November. Konbanwa Resami, konbanwa Yuki, have fun. Yes, thank you. Malam Resami, halo si Sofia. Welcome, selamat datang. Welcome. Selamat datang yang baru datang. Hello. The man refers to me to a box full of many different roses early earring. You then show me necklace, and I realized belatedly that if I am searching for something for Miss Karma, not Cloud. Iya, nyarinya bukan buat Cloud, tapi buat Miss Karma. My eyes scan the glass nearly in defeat before a little rose catches my attention in the back of the display windows. It has a chain connected to it, but doesn't seem long enough to be a necklace. Yang itu apa? That's our simple wristband, madam. It comes with a chain, but it can also be pinned to the chest. Ah, this is good. The man takes it out and display case so I can look at it. Oh, this is cute. This is fancy but not completely flashy. I feel a little click as I press my finger to the pendant, and I realize that it can also open. Oh yes, you can also put something small inside of it. This is perfect. Oh, baru udah smile. I look at the price tag. Aku lihat harganya dan memastikan kalau misalnya harganya nggak terlalu mahal. Let's pay him off the additional fee and then we will pay towards the merchant together. When we return to the merchant, I go to my room, tuck to the toilet, to the locket, into a drawer before I head to the tavern to finish the rest of my course. Just as I expected, Cloud is not downstairs today either. Julian and Carlon have taken to training with each other. Mereka latihan satu sama lain. So they seem agitated that Cloud is not helping them. At the end of the day, I hurry to my room, where I read a few words on a piece of paper that I put into the locket. A normal rose would have written, so I offer this one instead in heartfelt thanks. I hold the locket tightly in my hand and start towards Cloud's room. Why is my heart beating so fast? I'm just giving him a gift. Iya, aku cuma ngasih dia hadiah doang. I pause at Cloud's door, remembering the last time I entered his room. Ya, terakhir kali waktu mampir ke kamarnya Cloudnya dalam. I'm sure it's okay if I just go in. Numpang nonton sambil bikin tahu telur. Oke, silakan, Haru. I open the door to Cloud's room, which is thankfully not locked, and step inside. Cloud is sitting motionless in front of his mirror, shoulders slumped as he stares at his reflection. Again, sir. Borodo, kamu harus belajar mengetuk pintu. Ya, Be. Wait, I should prepare the sensor. but it's shirtless man. Should I censor this or not? Borodo dong. Halo, welcome Iria Siruha. Welcome, selamat datang. I should prepare the sensor dewa. Wait, ntar. Ya udahlah, biarin lah. His shirtless and there's that tattoo. It seems different. Oh, tato yang di dadanya. Resami, halo, welcome Yudaha. welcome, selamat malam. Cloud does not notice me at first. I noticed that his hand goes to the tattoo over his chest, and then I hear him with a heavy sigh. Slowly, I close the door behind me. Mbak, Borona, you need to know tata krama untuk mengetuk pintu. It clicks, and that is when he suddenly turns to look at me. At first, there is just shock on his face, and then suddenly anger. Again, why do you do this again, Mbak Rondo? Ya, komen. I want to speak with you. I came to give him something, but I also want to speak with him. Hadiah itu cuma alasan. The gift is only a reason so I can speak with you. Why? Because you have been doing everything by yourself lately. You come to complain? No, I want to check on you. Princess, can you not read the mood? You could have at very least knocked. Yeah. Sir, Yabe! Yabe, at least put your shirt on, sir. Put not the metal this cut beating me on the wall against the door. Yabai. Let the sensor do the thing. No, it's not censoring anything. It's not censoring anything. Wah, bah. Terserah dah. Save dulu dah. His face is so close, his expression so fierce that I cannot even bring myself to think of a way out. The only thing I can do is stare at him levelly. I will stare at you, at your eye, Karma. Without getting angry, without crying. I will not show any weakness. Why are not you struggling or screaming at me? That's what the rondo that I know would do. No. Then you do not know me as much as you think you do. Yes. No. And you know nothing about me. I already have a report. Rute sensor, yes. Persiapan. I already have a retort prepared when I stopped realizing that he is right. I barely know anything about him. No, I don't, but I like to. Nice, Rondo. Why do you insist on poking your nose into others' business? Karena kita partner. That's the only reason it has to be. I am supposed to help you, so why do you keep secrets from me? Help me? His lips quick, but his smile is sardonic. Cloud, I want to help you. In the silence that descends between us, I find that I cannot help but look at Cloud little. At the third swirling around the rose, it is beautiful, but it also seems so little. When I glance at Cloud again, his look crestfallen, his eye glittering like he might be on the verge of tears. Secrets are secrets for a reason, Princess. You should know that. If I could speak about them, I would, but I can't. And you bursting into my room without any notice only make it harder. Harder for what? Princess, you cannot imagine what this all feels like. What is he talking about? Ngomong apaan? And that woman I thought we were meant to be. She was so lovely, her smile as bright as the sun. Cloud's eyes are far away. That's why never again. But then you ruined everything, Rono. You cut me down like... What I'm doing? Malam Rusomi, halo malam dek. G3P, welcome. Hello Rusomi, hello, welcome. ID4, selamat datang. I cannot take any of this. If I've ruined everything, then I will just leave. You can have all of the time in the world to yourself then. The locket I bought for him burst in my hand, and I ended up from at his feet. Mbak Rondo, wait! Drama sekali ya. I ignore him as I ran from the room. It hurts to breathe when I think about Cloud. Baru datang sinnya kok gitu tadi. Ya maaf, saya juga kaget. I eventually managed to fall asleep, but only have snatch of restless dream when my eye finally closed. Wow, 1111 subscribe. Iya. 1111. Tanggal 11. Pas tanggal 11 juga ya. Makasih banyak, thank you. 11. Mothers, are you and father in... Karena yang Mbak Ronda jadi suaranya ganti. Mother, are you and father in true love? Like the fairy tales? Angka yang sangat cantik, yes. I thought I forbid you to speak the fairy tales. Have you been reading them? No, mother. I overheard someone in the palace talking about them today. Then I shall have to find that person and make sure they know what an appropriate topic of conversation in the palace is. Be careful, copyright. Copyright apa? Angka yang sangat cantik, yes. but mother, the true love in fairy tales sounds so nice. Do you think I can fall in true love with the prince? Dear Swat, true love like this does not exist. But the love between mother and her child is the truest kind. It cannot be replicated by anything else. Halo, welcome Cloud. Oh, ada Cloud beneran dong. Wah. Ada karma di sini. Tapi karma pakai kasih. All other kinds of love is an illusion. My love is all you will ever need. Do you understand me, my heart? Yes, mother. Oh no. The Lost Prince, chapter 8. Kuso. Keep your stance right, princess. She didn't give me the warning, but too late on purpose. I can see the smile on her face as she effortlessly slides past my defense and taps me on the shoulder with her wooden sword. Gotcha. Okay. For the last few days, I have been practicing with Julian and Garland because Cloud still has not come out of his room. The knights offered to train me, and right now they are teaching me about way to hold a sword. This is slow, but Cloud did tell me I would not be able to master the sword so quickly. Cloud. Hai Ocha, Aumi, welcome, selamat datang. Welcome, selamat malam. He made me so angry that one day that I could not even properly give him my gift. Yet I still feel sad that he is not here teaching me himself. Come on, princess, focus! I choked out of my reverie and not at Juliet. Oh, okay. I ready myself for her next strike and once again get tapped, this time on the hip. Garland takes over after Julian, and then we do rounds where I try to hit them with certain strikes. They are both good at teaching, but it does not feel the same as Cloud's instruction. His lessons seems less like they were out of a book. Don't worry, princess, it always starts out slow. That was just slow training, but look at him now. Cuganya banyak ya. Aduh, sensei. Ya namanya juga otome game sensei. Garland whips his head around his Julian direction, his face turning deep red. Julian, that nickname. But you're so much fun to tease, Lan. Tapi aku ini sih, I don't have someone to be teased to. So tapi teasing gini kayaknya asik juga deh ngetis. He beams at him and then loud at his embarrassed face. I think I'm going to stay out here for a little bit. Princess, you know it's dangerous out here at night. If I don't return in 10 minutes, you can come back and check on me. Julian seems unconvinced, but she eventually nods. Coba deh besok main otome game maybe Tears of Themis. Kemarin aku udah di ini sensei, udah ada yang udah ada list yang mau dimainin apa aja. Apa sih kemarin ya, disaranin sama Yuki Asame. Udah aku catat kok, nanti aku cek lagi. Fine, but keep your guard up, princess. I watch the two knights as they head back. I see Garland put his arm around Juliet. Ini Kamis malam Jumat tapi vibe-nya Sabtu malam Minggu ya. Ya siapa ini kan ya. Oh nice akhirnya ya. I turn away from the side, ignoring the heavy feeling in my stomach. I will just practice the swing for 5 more minutes. The only thing I hear is the clearing while I practice is my shallow breathing and the wind in my ears. Malam Jumat malah pacaran. Iya makanya. Halo, welcome Bima Ardiansyah. Selamat datang. Welcome. Something breaks my concentration, however. I see a glimmer of color in the forest and I instantly stop. My hands growing tense on the wooden sword. What was that? I glance around my surrounding and then I freeze when I feel a hand on my shoulder. I can feel someone breathe on my neck. Yapi. This all feel familiar. Is this Cloud? No, I'm not sure. Remember, we are still on NNN, brother. Yeah, NNN. Tenang aja. NNN. I'm pretty sure I recognize Cloud's hand, but because I know it's him, I ask know what he'd want me to do. I duck away from his hand and turn quickly to point my sword. The tip of the sword is at his neck, and for a few stunned moments, I think I've won. Even Cloud looks surprised. Yatta. It's really him. Oh, ada Cloud. Beneran Cloud dong. Akhirnya dia keluar dari kamarnya. But then Cloud's hand have moved and he has won a But he has one hand over my wrist and the other hand on my sword. Oh, hello. Lancar sekali, Bun. Good, Pak Rondo. You realized you had an opening, but you broke your concentration. Cloud removes his hand, allowing me to lower my sword. I'm sorry, Pak Rondo. I feel my breath catch in my throat when Cloud holds out the rose pendant that I got for him. I feel my cheek flush. Pendant yang ini. You accidentally left this beautiful thing in my room and I came to return it. Return it? Oh iya, kan aku nggak bilang kalau itu. Nguling konten nge-stream. Gak salah sih Cece. Gak salah. Yes, you left it in my room and so I only thought it appropriate to bring it back to you. Does he really think I left it there on accident? Why would I leave it in your room on accident? What? Aku belikan ini buat kamu dan aku ingin menyemangati kamu karena kamu akhir-akhir ini aneh. Cloud's eyes widened, the surprise clear on his face. Mbak Rono, you bought this for me? Why does he look so shocked? Cloud looked at me for a few moments. His eyes go back down to the locket. He traced a finger around the IKZ shape. His eyebrows slowly furrowed. It's to thank you for everything that you have done for me. Mbak Rondo. This sounds so weird. Cloud calling Mbak Rondo. This is beautiful. He lets the chain fall through his finger as he stared at the rose pendant with adoration. I feel my heartbeat shatter as he turns to regard me with the same gentle smile. Whoa. He leans forward and my breathing stopped as he reached out to hold up my glass slipper necklace. He's standing so close to me. Iya. Dekat sekali, Mamang Cloud. Kurang satu. You really are a good person, Mbak Rondo. You complete your second good deed. I think some kind of congratulation is in order. Is there anything you want that I can give to you? I want pet or hug or yeah, if you I look up at him and notice that Cloud's smile doesn't reach his eye. He still looks so sad. Ada dong. Ada. I want hug. I want hug. Huggy. Give me huggy. Huh? Cloud looks at me in surprise. Of course, I would like to tease you more, Mr. Cloud. He thinks I am being foolish for making such a request, doesn't he? I should not have said anything. Hati saya akibat 500 tahun menjomblo. But before I can say anything else, Cloud takes a step forward and wraps me in his arms. He pulls me towards him, and in this moment of silence, all I can hear is heartbeat resounding in my chest. I can feel his warmth all around me, and his finger claps gently at my back. Look, I feel so strange. My heart is racing and my knees feel weak. I don't know how that feel, girl. Karena kalau ada orang yang mau meluk saya nanti kena tanduk. Rusami is not huggable karena kalau dihak nanti kena tanduk. Nippon pelindung Asia, iya nggak salah sih. Nippon pelindung Asia, Nippon cahaya Asia, Nippon pemimpin apa sih satunya lupa. Oh nice, lancar Bun. Something like this. He speaks right into my ear. It is a surprisingly pleasant feeling. Suddenly Cloud make a noise of distress as he steps away from me. All of the warmth that has pressed against me one moment ago is gone. Karma suddenly stops a wait. He put his hand on his chest and takes a step away from me, his finger clutching at the fabric of his shirt. Daijoubu, are you okay? What happened? Sensei! Sensei! Code blue! Sensei, Rugi, Sensei, code blue! Gos's pain expression in his face only making me more anxious. Not now. Are you okay? Jantungmu kenapa? Ya, B. Cloud, are you okay? What's wrong? Iya kan? What's wrong? Are you okay? Morondo, don't worry about it. He lowers his hand with the faint smile slowly fading from his face. This does little to reassure me. Was it my fault you were locked in your room for so long? He just looked so pained to be wherever near me. No, most definitely not. I was feeling under the weather. And also bitter. Huh? Why? Why would he feel bitter? But it's not for your worry about, darling. For now, we should head back. It's late and you need rest. I just got back from patrol, so I would like to rest as well. Is there anything else I can do for you? No, sweet Mbok Rondo, you have already done enough for me. I should name her Rusami. Why I name her Mbok Rondo? No, I'm menyesal. He clutched the rose locket to his chest and sighed out a little with a gentle smile. This smile feels rare to me. This is a beautiful gift, and I will treasure it always. Thank you, Mbok Rondo. Now shall we head back? I nod at him and we silently walk back to the margin. When we make it back to the tavern, I feel tired, but also lighter than I have for weeks. Cloud wishes me a good night before slowly walking off to his room, holding the rose locket as I gave him tightly. Nice. Today I'm walking around town to do some errands with Cloud. It has been quite a while since we had done this. Iya, udah lama gak jalan-jalan sama Cloud. Though we are here to run errands, there is also something else that drew me into town today. Yesterday, Watts come back to the merchant and told us of an announcement the king was making today. Apparently, that announcement has been posted for at least a week's time, but Watts had only caught unto it further hearing about it from the crowds. I'm not sure what this announcement entails, but I feel that I need to see the king make it with my own eyes. I can see more people milling about than usual, which means most of them must be waiting for the king to speak. I have a bad feeling about this. It is not strange for the king to make an announcement, but this feels so sudden. And with everything else that's happened to me, I feel on edge. Oh, Mbak, you made this big sounds a lot lighter than they actually be. Jadi Miss Karma, stop complaining, Miss Karma. You get valuable experience out of carrying back. Seeing Cloud complain is amazing, especially since I know he can handle the load. I feel like a servant. What does that make me when you made me carry all those bags before? An assistant? Sama aja. I roll my eyes at him. We're both working at merchant, you know. And then the thought struck me. What do we even do at the merchant? Malam, hello malam, Yu Yanwar. Welcome. Selamat datang. Cloud looked surprised at my question, but then he quickly smiled at me. I trained the knight, of course. I also attract customer with beautiful reputation. I started laughing and Cloud face flushed. Darling, I get the feeling you're laughing at me. Itu cowok apa cewek? Kalau siang pagi dia jadi Miss Karma, tapi kalau malam dia jadi Mas Karma. dia kalau pagi atau siang dia jadi Miss Karma, kalau malam jadi Mas Karma. I wonder. We finish up the rest of our errands and then sit down in the town plaza to rest. Cloud leaves briefly and then returns with a slice of cake for both of us to share a snack. Gender swap kah? Enggak. Jadi dia cross dresser, aslinya cowok, tapi karena dia dikutuk, jadi dia harus pakai baju cewek gitu. Biar kutukannya nggak terlalu parah kan, jadi dia harus pakai baju cewek. Makanya dia kalau siang itu jadi Miss Karma, tapi kalau malam dia jadi Mas Karma. May I ask you a question? Of course, darling. Anything. Do you enjoy dressing like a woman? Nah, ini. I don't mind it really. I appreciate the beauty in anything. You girls get to wear quite an assortment of lovely dresses and makeup. It's quite beautiful. Transgender sih bukan transgender, oi. Dia cowok tulen. Cowok tulen dia. I feel more comfortable in my own clothes, but I don't mind dresses. Beli TikTok dulu biar enak main sambil nyemil. Oke. Hati-hati, jangan lupa pakai maskernya. I guess if you have had to wear a dress for so long, you'd get used to it. I have another question. When I was in your room the other day, you speak about a woman. Were you talking about the witch who cursed you? Oh no, the woman I was talking about. He suddenly got silent and lowered his head. His expression faded into something more melancholy, and I felt my head launch. Maybe I should not have brought this up. To my surprise, Clouds continued talking. Shortly after I come to Angeli, there was a woman that I met whose smile was as radiant as sunshine. She was beautiful, and when she laughed, everything felt right about her. Hearing him talk about her makes me uncomfortable. Am I jealous? Claude watched me quietly as if he is measuring my expression. Eventually, he goes back to speaking. I know her for many months. Time passed, and I thought we were truly in love. And then He got silent for a few moments. His eye distant, his expression pain. Well, something's happened, and I realized she only loved me because of my curse. She was drawn to me just as any other woman is. She seems so genuine in comparison to other women, but in the end, Claude trailed us and let off us expressed sigh. You were truly in love with her? Lagunya! I've loved many women, but I've never fallen in love with someone who has honestly loved me back. Oh no, Claude! Mas Karma melawan ibunya kah? Ibunya bukan melawan ibunya. Bukan kutukan ini ya, bukan kutukan kayak ini ya. Kutukannya Malin Kundang gitu ya, bukan. Ini kutukannya dari penyihir. Dia dikutuk sama cewek ini. Jadi dia dulu tuh kayak pacaran sama penyihir. Habis itu penyihirnya dicampakkan gitu. Penyihirnya sakit hati terus dia dikutuk. So then the last person he loved was that one woman. Claude looks at me and for a few moments he does not speak. Mbok Rondo, do you mind if I ask you a question? No, I don't mind. Have you ever loved anyone? My mother, of course. I was referring to a romantic kind of love. Romantic kind of love? What does that kind of love feel like? Allow me to enlighten you. Yeah, let me belajar juga. Let me study too. He smiles at me and it's surprisingly genuine. It can feel simultaneously like floating and sinking. Your heart stutters and you worry about small things, about offending this other person in some way. Jangan mencampakkan match Indonesia. Iya. You wonder if they will like you that you are wearing, or if they would prefer a sandwich to a casserole when you treat them for dinner. You begin to find beauty in all of the things that they do. Their presence make you feel complete in a way you had never thought of before. You try to imagine life without that person and find that you can. You even consider such a thing is painful, so much so that it feels like it might break your heart. Disturb me so much. Oh gosh. I'm not crying. Claude continues talking, but my mind is already whirling. So he phrases things in a way that still feels unnecessarily dramatic. I feel a thing of familiarity. You okay, Rusami? I'm okay. The things he's describing, those are the things I feel when I am with him. Oh, Mbak Ronda, then you fall in love. Before I can say anything, we hear the sound of hooves and the boat of us turn. Oh no! I can see the procession of knights along with the king on his horse. He normally rides into town like this, but today he's not smiling and there are too many rides with him. And is that... Oh, Sir Alcaster? Ngapain orang ini di sini? Let us go find a place to stand and watch. As you wish. Cloud walks with me into the crowd gathering around the king, and we find a spot to spectate at the edge, closer to the alleyway. My beloved citizen of Angela, I have come before you today to make an important announcement. Ever since I was given this crown, I have sworn to live my life for the people, and to rule in all fairness, so that our kingdom could enjoy great peace. The crowd breaks into applause. I stare at the king, an uneasy feeling in my stomach when I notice that there is sadness in his eyes, so he is smiling. Then I notice Sir Alcaster appears to be hiding a smile. I do not like where this is going. The king's speech goes on for long minutes after that, with him detailing the commitment he made, the goal he set, and finally his love for the people. Izin pamit kak, mataku sudah terlalu berat. Oke, selamat bobo Kak Sameci. Have a nice sleep. The audience around us claps and cheers, but Cloud and I are silent. Something is not right. I nod in response. To this day, I keep this promise. I would never break this oath, for it is the foundation on which I rule. Wait, where is the clap? Okay. Unfortunately, the unwelcome news that I bring to you today give me reason to hand this foundation over to someone. Huh? Eh? Foundation over to someone else? What do you mean? I have fallen terminally ill. Huh? Huh? The king's proclamation is met with shock and angry chattering from the audience. I cannot hear anything that is being said over the cacophony of voice, but I know that the audience is dissenting. I stiffen as I stare at the king. He is lying. I can tell by the firm set on his jaw and the way his eyes flicker across the crowd faster than they ought to. The king has lied to me so many times before that I can recognize when he does it. I know that this... Oh, ada yang traktir! Tunggu! Siapa? Oh, Bima, arigato satu potetnya. Makasih satu potetnya. Arigato ne. Makasih satu potetnya. Wih, yes, save dulu. Aku kaget. Ini aku barusan ganti suara settingannya, suara traktir. Makanya aku sendiri juga kaget. Saya udahan dulu ya Rusami, udah ngantuk, udah 1 jam lebih saya nonton Kak Rusami. Oke Dims, makasih. Yang ngantuk bubuk aja, ayo bubuk, udah malam. I know that this unfortunate news must come as shock, but this is an illness for which there is no current cure. As for the question of my successor, he trails off for a few moments, and I think I see something in his eye that hints an urgency, but I'm not sure why. Crown Princess Emil is unmarried and still too young to rule on her own. I feel a pang of irritation and confusion. Another lie. Emil could just rule fine with help of Demetrius and the others. After much thought, I have come to the conclusion that our kingdom will still continue to face danger from the witches. It's put in capable hands of commander of the other Alcadilla. Huh? Dikasihkan ke Alcaster? But I cannot hide my shock. Dikasihkan ke Alcaster dong? The rest of the elders react similar, their sudden outburst is testament of their confusion. But I will be providing support and assistance from the sidelines. I cannot in a good grace continue to wear his crown when I know I cannot serve my people as they deserve. Huh? Simply put, I believe that the witches have gained more power in the recent month, and that Sir Alcaster is best suited to deal with this conflict. What do you mean? The fairy tale curse runs more rampant this day, and there have been more reports of incidents involving magic. This cannot be true. I do not miss the lectures of the king next word. Sir Alcaster has also suggested a number of remedies to our laws, especially concerning our security and work hours. I believe that Sir Alcaster can better rule this country in this turbulent time. What do you mean? Please show him all of the love and loyalty you have shown me. Hah? Iya kan? Cloud has a full expression on his face and his words feel heavy even as he whisper. I know the king. He takes every duty upon himself and he would never hand this crown to someone else. When Sir Alcaster came to stand on the podium, he silenced them with a clear. Citizen of Angeli, I swear you that I will serve you as well as Gennaro does. That being said, I also believe some change will need to be made. Sir Alcaster continued to speak. He mentioned things like curfews of 30 extended work hours and additional taxes to go towards the knights, but I am slowly beginning to block out the tones of his voice. What is going on? Sir Alcaster must have done something to force the king into discharge. It isn't long before the crowd settled the murmur before agitated whispering. I am stopped when Cloud claps his hand to his mouth and starts shouting. There is only one king, King Gennaro. Cloud grips my hand and starts leading me around the outskirts so that people cannot spot him as he continues his shout. The crowds begin to chant along with Cloud, and then they draw nearer to the stage where my father and Alcaster are standing. There is one king, and this King Gennaro. Yes! There is only one king, King Gennaro. Let's go, Morondo. The crowd is right next to the platform now, and the chant carries on. Hours later, the merchant tavern is chaotic. People are talking over each other, trying to relay the scene that they saw in town today. Every visitor here is talking about what they have witnessed. I have been in a corner of the room this entire time, trying to understand everyone but failing. Halo Rusami, aku Haji Mang. Welcome. Selamat datang. Selamat malam. Hello. Delora and Parfait are not here to calm off this chaos. Hey princess, how are you feeling? I'm almost jumped when I hear Rumpel's voice. Surprised I can feel when a damsel in distress, my lady. I'm really not in the mood for your flirting, Rumpel. Oh, my apologies. I thought you might have wanted some cheering up. Where is your partner? He went out to town to survey the situation. Karma doesn't do anything around the tavern, but he does a whole lot for you, doesn't he? I suppose that's less a man I love can do. I feel myself blush. What is Rumpel going on about? Princess, you are pink. No, I'm blue. I'm in the blue. I'm not in the good mood. I'm in the blue. I'm not. My mind feels all scrambled now. This is all Rumpel's fault. Thankfully, before Rumpel can continue talking, the door opened and Delora walked inside to call all the merchant boarders into the reception. When I step into the reception room, I am surprised to see two familiar figures standing behind Parvait. Oh! Emil sama Rod! Saudara angkat. Both of them look down toward and discouraged. Everyone is noticeably shocked as they step inside. The prince and princess, where did they come from? Iya, ada apa sama istananya? What is happening at the palace? What of Queen Ophelia? We need silence in the room, everyone. Mulai ceritanya mulai ini. Ceritanya mulai agak ini. Effectively causing everyone to pause. She glanced at Parfait, who nods and then returns to look at Rod and Emil. Princess Emil, if you would tell everyone what you told Delora and I. The room is unnaturally quiet as Emil begins her story. She starts with the event of 1 week ago, seminggu yang lalu. Okay. In the middle of family dinner, Alcaster burst in with soldiers and seized her, Rod, and Ophelia in front of the king. Hah? Terang-terangan banget. Ya be. Sir Alcaster said that if the king didn't hand over his crown, he would kill us. Oh no. We had no idea a coop would be staged. The three of them were taken down to the prison cells, with Ophelia taken to a spirit cell. Sir Fritz could help us escape, but only just barely. Fritz, are you actually disobeying your father? I hope he isn't safe. Alcaster wants to kill the king. I'm sure that he will. He still will. But he has no reason to. The king has already handed over his crown. I speak before over realizing. Everyone stares at me, including Rute and Emma. Alcaster is a fool, man. I only think he usurped the throne now without violence because he wants less resistance from people. He never spoke up to my father before. Did you just say father? Oh iya, Emma nggak tahu. Emma don't know. It's a long story, Emma. Emma looks between Rute and I, her expression confused. You know each other? We do. Emma looked like she wanted to say something, but she remained silent. Our mother is still inside the palace. We need to save her somehow, and Silver's girl. What happened to Fritz? We don't know. He helped us escape, but we were spotted at the last minute. He told us to run ahead and leave him behind. We didn't see him again after that, and we could not just wait, so Rute brought me here. Oh no! Fritz! Right now, we need to piece together the situation as quickly as we can, and then we need to figure out a way to save the king. I know Alcaster was up to something, but I never thought it would escalate into this. Yes, this is escalated so quickly. JPN, what do you know about this? Garland and I were not stripped out our titles because we disobeyed Alcaster orders. It was because we overheard Alcaster plotting something and tried to tell the king of his plot. Kita kasih dia peringatan, tapi Raja nggak percaya. Not with Alcaster and Maîtresse whispering in his ears. The king didn't think Alcaster was possible to such a betrayal. He thought we were trying to turn him against Alcaster for our own gain. And so Alcaster stripped us out of the title and banished us from the palace. Lady Perfect found us, and while we were happy to help out the tavern, we also intend to eventually do something about the mess in the palace. Jadi udah kudeta dari dulu. Jadi selama ini Alcaster sudah mikir buat kudeta. When we part for the night, Parfait and Dolora take Rute and Emma to a room that they can share. It has been decided that they will be harbored here at the margin, a place that Emma apparently knew about but never came to because he was not cursed. Well, Rute did say that his family knew he was cursed. I noticed Emma looking at me many times throughout the night, but she never asked me anything. The next few days are a muddled mess. Everyone is busy trying to find out what happened and what can be done to help the king. I'm sweeping the tavern half-heartedly one day, my thought on everything but my course. Everyone's been trying to do something to help out the last few days. So, I have gone for quite a few trips into town with Cloud to search for information. I haven't been able to find much. Aku merasa gak berguna. I'm finally only my break, so I decided to go into the reception room to rest. When I step inside, I notice Emma sitting on the couch. She waves me over as soon as she sees me. She hasn't really openly spoken to me since she has been here. Parfait and Delora have been trying to hide her so as not to cause any ruckus in the march. Rumors are dangerous now. You are Mbok Rondo, right? Yes, I am Mbok Rondo. Rute told me about your curse. He said that you are the king's blood daughter. I'm really sorry. I'm shocked by Emma's sudden outburst. What? I didn't mean to, but I took your place. How could I forget my own sister? We are not blood related. It doesn't matter. I would love you regardless. Emma, you are just too pure. You are just too pure. Emma was always trying to take me out and do things with me back when I was still in the palace. I distanced myself from her because I thought the king loved her more than he loved me. I still think that maybe he does. We were not close. I barely spoke to you or Rute too. Didn't he tell you that? He did. But perhaps now we can turn over a new leaf? Emil is as stubborn as always. I have more things to worry about than being her friends. I have to go. I walk off before the conversation can continue. I'm sorry, Emergumene. If I hadn't been cursed and remained in the palace, would Sir Alcastel have taken me hostage too? The hours tick by, and as the telephone is empty for the day, Delora calls everyone together to explain what she and Prophet have pieced together about the situation. Alright everyone, we've come upon some new information. The first is that Alcastel has cracked down on the riots in town. Anyone seen protesting his rule, his throne is... Berarti komen dikit langsung penjara gitu ya. Komen dikit hilang. Awas. Halo kak, halo animal lovers, welcome, selamat datang. Yang protes langsung masuk penjara gitu ya. Di apa? Komen dikit penjara gitu. The king always felt the people opinions. Raja selalu menghargai pendapat orang lain. Alcastel tidak mau pendapat. He only want to rule with an iron fist. Our patrols have shown that there is overall more security in the palace and around the town. They have been charged with keeping people quiet in whatever way they possibly can. Jadi komen dikit hilang. As we heard from the game apa? Ini Cinderella phenomenon. Ini apa namanya? Otome game, visual novel game. Judulnya Cinderella phenomenon. As we heard from the prince and princess, things are most turbulent in the palace. The king is still alive, but it's unlikely he will stay that way for very long. One thing is clear, given Alcastel's motive to take over kingdom, I doubt he will rest until the king is dead. The king's men have turned against him, and even if they are loyal soldiers still left in the palace, we can contact them right now. Rescuing the king and queen will be on us then. Ikuzo! Mari kita menyelamatkan raja dan ratu. We just so happen to have people in the tavern that have a shot at rescuing them. Prince Rod has the key to a secret passage we can use to break into the palace. Secret passageway, but only the king and the commanders of the knights have the key to passage. How did they get a copy? Who's going to join us in this mission? Julian and Carlan would volunteer immediately, followed shortly by Cloud and Waltz. I will go too. The room goes quiet as I step forward and volunteer. Princess, we can't just allow you to put yourself in a danger. I look at Cloud, who is staring at me, shocked. I took up the sword so I could protect those I care about. Princess, you don't have nearly enough practice, but I can help. I still have time to learn. I agree with Perfect Princess. The palace is not the place for you to try out your newfound sword skills. Then you may as well chain me up because I refuse to stay here while you all go save the king. Princess, game ini menarik. Iya, ini ceritanya bagus sih. Ceritanya bagus banget. Jadi kayak kalau misalnya otome game atau visual novel biasanya itu kan kayak tokoh utamanya kalau cewek kan biasanya kayak dia itu kayak aja gitu lah, istilahnya kayak nggak ada motivasi gitu kan. Nah ini tuh kayak si tokoh utamanya itu dia jahat gitu awalnya, tapi dia belajar jadi baik gitu, terpaksa belajar jadi baik, akhirnya dia jadi baik beneran. Jadi karakter developmentnya dapet gitu. Princess, well, she has been practicing with the rest of us. Don't encourage her, Julian. But it's not like any of us can stop her anyway. You're right, the princess is quiet, stubborn. Cloud agrees with Julian. Halo, welcome. Objek 279 sedang melihat Rusami main VN. Yes. If only we had time to get reinforcement from Karma's country. Karma's country. Rumpel nggak tahu dia. Brugantia. How is possible that Brugantia citizen can simply ask for reinforcement? Terpaksa jadi baik ya, terpaksa. Iya kan dia terpaksa jadi baik, tapi lama-lama jadi baik beneran. Karma is the crown prince of Brugantia. Karma pangeran. Karma itu pangeran. Woi, Rumpel. There is some suffering in the room as everyone turns calm by the cloud, Rumpel, Anis, Rod, and Emel by his revelation. You are the lost prince? Daripada dikutuk jadi transgender. Ya, dikutuk jadi transgender dah tuh. Dia pangeran yang hilang. Biasanya kan Tuan Puteri yang hilang ya. Ini pangeran yang hilang. Lost prince. It sounds like such a tragedy, doesn't it? Anis suddenly looked distressed as she fiddled her thumbs. All this time I never knew. I'm sorry, Your Highness. There's no need for formalities, Anis. But I am the last prince after all. I keep my lineage a secret because right now I'm just a normal commoner. But you are prince. Couldn't you still ask for reinforcement? Even if I did ask, my pretty sure they would never come in time. Besides, I cannot go back to my kingdom yet. Iya, dia masih dikutuk jadi transgender. Pangeran balik-balik transgender gimana? Jadi dia pangeran mahkota atau putri mahkota gitu kan. The conversation continues in a more solemn tone. Eventually, we start speaking of our plan to enter the palace. When the details are all finalized, I repeat everything myself. Wolves will lead us to the palace then, and Julian and Carlan will follow right behind him, watching for the most immediate illness. Leave this to us. We'll deal with any resistance before it touches you, princess. And Karma will be watching from back along with Delora. A witch and a prince for backup. Delora smiles wryly, Cloud rolls his shoulders. I'd like to think of us as more as the closing act. So, if all goes according to plan, we will have no need for either the opening or closing act. It is a small task force, which is better. The smaller the better. The last thing we want is to be noticed. We decide to meet again over the course of the next week to finalize our plan and carefully survey the situation. Okay. Jadi kita harus kumpul-kumpul dulu. Cloud has taken to training me, Judy and Carlan at the same time. Just the other day, he had all of us attack him together. Even though I am nowhere near as good as the trained knight, I still managed to hit him once. I feel like things are coming to some sort of conclusion. Kayak ada kesimpulannya. And yet I still haven't done 3 good deeds. Today we finalize our plan for getting into the palace. We have mapped out where the king and Ophelia must be in the prisons, where the guards might be positioned, and how we plan on sneaking it. Oke, jadi rencananya gimana caranya masuk nerobos ke istana buat nyelamatin raja sama ratu. Makin menarik. Iya, makanya. Ini udah mau terakhirnya soalnya. Udah puncaknya ini. I sit down on my bed and I'm about to lay down when I hear something. Hello, love. Oh, jadi Mas Karma. Ini jadi Mas Karma, kawan-kawan. Hello, love. Kaget saya. My, you alright? Were you thinking about me? I noticed that he has one hand on his chest tonight, but then he has been doing that more often lately. I noticed it during practice and sometimes when I catch his eye. Is he sick? Are you okay, Karma? Tayo, darling. I sick myself at the sound of Cloud's voice. Jadi Mas, iya. Jadi Mas Karma ya. Kalau malam jadi Mas Karma, kalau siang jadi Miss Karma. What if I was changing? You could never knock. Well, you didn't seem to have problem when you walked on me changing without announcing yourself. Dua kali loh aku masuk kamarnya Karma gak pakai baju. That's different. He strolled inside and stepped closer to me. He smiled at me mischievously. Oh, how so? Cat got your dog? Cloud shook his head, his smile softening. I really didn't mean to come in to disturb you. I just have something important I need to say to you. Oh, whoa. Cloud kneels in front of him and furrow his eyebrows. I want to insist you reconsider going to the palace with us. As Prophet and Telura have said many times, it will be dangerous. Nothing you say is going to change my mind. Aku ingin melakukan apa yang bisa kulakukan untuk membantu orang lain. Iya, dan itu membuatku takut. Kamu? If your stubbornness leads to you putting your neck out there for someone, I would never forgive myself for your injuries. If you want to help me, stay here, where you will be safe. I'm not some damsel that needs to be protected. Karma! No, Cloud! Borondo, all I want is for you to stay safe, so that when we save your father, you can face him with a smile. I won't be able to face my father unless I am one of the people who save him. Stubborn as always. Yes. I sigh. Irritation welling up in stomach at look of Cloud's face. He is calling me stubborn, but he is being stubborn about this. You said I have improved with my sword fighting. You have. You have improved so much because of your resilience and drive, and because you are genuinely interested. It's because I have a good teacher. Your compliment is gentle music to my ears. Your compliment means a lot to me, Borondo. My eyes fixated on his soft smile and at the gentle crinkles at his eyes. Our eyes locked for a few moments. I am aware of slight energy between us. I glanced away hurriedly, not entirely sure of what to do. What would happen if I kept staring at him? My heart beats unsteadily in my chest. Earlier today, I comforted your sister when she started crying about the things that happened in the palace. Emo, why would he comfort her? I saw her crying downstairs on the reception room earlier today. She is rather sweet girl. I keep thinking that the two of you are completely different. You are both strong-willed and stubborn, but she wears her emotion on her sleeve, while you keep it all inside of you. I'm not hiding anything, if that's what you are implying. Mother always told me crying was weak. Ibu selalu bilang kalau menangis itu untuk yang lemah. Cloud stands up and leans forward before I know I'm in his arms. Boranda, I'm always here for you. Thank you, Cloud. Thank you. I genuinely say thank you. You never need to thank me, Boranda. No. I always say thank you to you. Arigato. But you have done so much for me. Yes, you have done so much for me, Cloud. No. You must have thank you for me. It is not just for the sword fighting, it's... Yeah. Your patience, your company. You're saving me when I needed help. That's not true. I'm pretty sure I'm the most selfish person in this tavern. All I ever want is things for myself. Nice! Lancar bun. I've never thought you were selfish, Cloud. Oh no! Guru! Oke, udah balik ya? Oh no! Kudu. Oh. Udah ya? Okay. He puts a hand on my cheek and looks at me solemnly. You don't think that me wanting you is... Huh? Don't you think that me wanting you... Suddenly he stepped back, his hand on his chest again. He's pretty heavy. I stare at Cloud in with wide eye. Cloud, are you okay? Oh no, my internet is not okay. Cloud is not okay. My internet also not okay. Oh no. Okay, udah balik kah? Okay, udah. Yes. Cloud, are you okay? I'm fine. He said out slowly, but he sounded obviously pain. I will cook it, Anis. No. I'm fine. I swear, it's just a spell of dizziness. But he managed a small, tight slip smile before he straightened and shook his head. His hand unvisibly shaking. I must be tired. Oh no. Cloud, are you okay? But Cloud, do not tell anyone about this, okay? I don't want them to worry. Why is he always so stubborn? He is obviously in pain. I clenched my hand into fist as I frowned at him. Why must you always be so secretive? You are keeping something from me, Cloud. I'm sorry, Pak Rondo. Oh no. Cloud, what are you did from me? Cloud abruptly left the room, leaving me with his fragmented thoughts. Are you okay? The Rescue, Chapter 9. Today I will let another hit in you, Karma. Miss Karma. If you can, darling, I will come the challenge. Princess, your side is open. I bring my sword up closer to my side as Garland strikes me. Tonight is the first night I get to use a real sword as opposed to a practice sword. The sounds of metal clanging echoes into the night. Is this what a real battle feels like? We have been practiced. Malam Rusami, halo malam Nampet, welcome, selamat datang. Since tomorrow is the day we enact our plan, we are doing some last minute practice. Remember, fighting back to back is better than doing it alone. Cloud dodged Julian's sword as he speaks, but I noticed that he seems to be taking special care not to look into my direction. He's been fine for the last few days, but I'm not sure when his pain will return. If only he would tell me what's wrong with him. Apa gara-gara kutukannya ya? When Cloud finally calls the end of practice, we are all get exhausted. Good job everyone, you all be fine tomorrow. Garland turns to face me, a soft expression on his face. And if it comes down to it, Julian and I will protect you. Garland looks over his shoulder at Cloud. Both of you, that's our job as knights. Hello, welcome Lucky P. Lucky P. Darmawan. Selamat datang. Selamat malam. I am quite capable of protecting myself, but I do appreciate the offer. It's late, we should all get some rest. The two knights excused themselves, leaving me with Cloud. But Rondo, you should go to bed. Princess? I have a feeling I won't sleep much tonight anyway. Be that as it may, you should still try. I'm about to retire for the night as well. I want I want to talk with you. What happened if tomorrow there is something with me or with you? What? Cloud takes a step back and I stare at his hand absolutely moved to his chest. Are you really okay, Cloud? I have been perfectly fine the past week. He's lying. He's obviously in pain. Why do you have to keep your pain in a secret? Why won't you talk to me? Nice. Woo! I've told you before that some things are better kept as secret, Princess. Jangan lupa minum. Yes, tenang saja. Cloud sighs out, then leans forward to set a hand on my head. Mbok Rondo, promise you will stay behind me if we are attacked. And if at any point it will look like me, we not make it. Don't say that, Cloud. No, we will live together. Kita bakal hidup bersama. No, don't say that. We will survive together. No. But that is cowardly. Mbok Rondo, don't you remember what I said before? Sometimes running is the right thing to do. Never run into an impossible situation. Instead, live to fight another day. Promise me, you will stay behind me, Mbok Rondo. Please give me the peace of my mind. Okay. If that's you want, if that's what you want, Cloud, I will stay. I promise. If it will make him feel better before going into this mission, I cannot deny his request. Yes. Cloud's expression softened as he moved away from me. I will stay behind you. Nice! Thank you, princess. Let's attempt sleep in preparation for tomorrow. When this is over, I will pry Cloud's secrets out of him. Nice. Tonight is the night, and everyone is just about ready to go. Ikuzo! Penyerangan istana? Oh no, bukan. Misi penyelamatan raja dan ratu. Ish. Halo Bima, temenin gimana? kita akan berangkat. Tonight is the night, and everyone is just about ready to go. I cannot get this feeling of foreboding of my chest. Everyone is gathered close to the door, ready to see us off. Everyone except Princess. Rampal suddenly appears and is coming up to stand right next to him. What are you doing here? Well, of course we come to wish you good luck, just like everyone else here. We will be waiting for you tonight so that we can celebrate everyone's return. Be careful. Emil will spend everywhere with her brother since they come here is standing right beside him, now with a smile. I will pray for your safe return. Her smile wavers, and I can tell she is uncertain. She has the great knight of Caldera, two witches and a prince. She will be fine. Rute's response arched as usual, as I cannot help but notice the hesitation in his voice. Even though he stares me without expression, I think I can see a thing of worry in his eye. Oh! Rest assured that we will keep the princess safe. We are not going to let Alcaster get away with what he did to Angeli and its royal family. Parfait stepped forward last. She and Delora glanced at each other, and I feel as if some secret message bounced between the two of them. Delora nods ever so slightly before Parfait turns to the rest of us. Her eyes eventually fall on me. Yes, I have changed. You have changed since you have been here, princess, but your dedication and resolve never waves. It has always been there, just beneath the surface. Stubbornness or resolve? It is as if Parfait is able to read my thoughts. She smiles as she sets a hand on my shoulder. Punten, halo Dr. HKSCH. Welcome, selamat datang, selamat malam. Welcome. Your dedication is very much like King Jonarus. You are proud and honorable and always take steps in the right direction. That is why I know you will be back tonight. Just as Rampal said, we all be waiting for you. All of you stay safe tonight. Yes! Ikuzo! I nod my head as everyone gathered around begins to repeat their hearty goodbyes. It is Delora who walked away first. We all follow behind. Itu rambut Parfaitnya sama kayak Rusami. Iya, mirip ya rambutnya ya. We all follow behind. The night has just begun. Tapi rambutnya Rusami wavy gitu, wavy curly, bawahnya agak fringy gitu kan. Tapi kalau punyanya siapa? Parfait lurus. Our way to the palace gate is uneventful, but we pause some distance away from them to take shelter in a nearby alley. There are knights everywhere. Oh, Ikuzo, kita mulai menyelinap ke istana. Waltz points to what looks like a regular section of the wall. There is the hidden door to the tunnels. If we time it right between the knights' patrols, we should be able to make it. On my signal. Cloud puts a hand on my shoulder and squeezes. It is an abrupt gesture and doesn't last long. But the motion calms my nerves somewhat. We will be fine. Our footstep echoes in the tunnel. Standing in front of me are Jurian and Garland, who are flanking Waltz. Delora stands beside me and Cloud at my back. Oke, jadi posisinya paling depan sendiri Waltz. Di belakangnya ada Jurian sama Garland. Di tengah ada Delora sama Mbok Rondo. Di belakang ada Cloud, atau alias Karma. These small tunnels make it even like it seems like we brought a lot of people. This way, lewat sini. We silently follow Walt's instruction. How is it that Waltz know about these tunnels? I've already taken into account the guard and where they might be positioned based on Prince route information. We should be alright. Garland and I will act as distraction if needed. Princess, leave most of the fight to us if there's any to be done. I know, I will only fight if I need to. If only I wasn't cursed, I would be able to fight to my full extent. I think you are still quite capable without all of your magic, Peter. Oh, compliment? It's an honor. Miss Karma. I'm only in distress because of Durian, you know. Durian crossed her arm and cocked an eyebrow at Cloud. I would not fall in love with you no matter what you say. That's what they all say. We are here. Sampai. Suddenly everyone goes quiet. I feel a lot of heavier as I stare at the staircase in front of me. This should lead to the throne room. I do not know we had a secret passage in the throne room. How much does Waltz know about the palace? Oh ya, sampai di sini. Immediately after we step into the throne room, we split apart to avoid the guard's gaze. I stick close to Cloud and Waltz as Delora conjures a blanket of shimmering fog that envelops the guard. Oh. I watch as the guard's eyes close before they slump to the ground. Oh, dikasih sihir tidur kayaknya. Delora drops her hand once all the guard are truly asleep. Amazing how intolerant humans are to magic. Lanjut, let's keep going. Getting through the palace is not easy feat. Hallways that were easy to get through before are difficult to traverse now, with all of the soldiers standing around. Delora casts a spell to silence our footsteps into quiet mouthfuls, but moving is still difficult, especially with such a group. Eventually, we arrive just outside the tunnels that should lead to the castle prisons. Oke, sampai di depannya tunnel. I will stand watch. Hati-hati, Waltz. I will. We enter another network of tunnels. Jurian, Karlan, setelah kalian. Jurian glanced me briefly and then at Cloud who nods a little stiffly. We will be right back. In accordance with the plans, Cloud and I are left at the hallway point of the tunnels to ensure a clean escape as Delora, Jurian, and Karlan continue on to the prison. They should be fine, but I am still worried. My eyes wander to Cloud and I breathe down my own lower lip when I notice that his hand is once again raised to his chest. I find myself reaching out to grab Cloud's hand, but he swiftly pushes it away. The glare on his face takes me by surprise. Why is he so angry? Cloud puts a hand to his chest and flinches as he leans on the wall. Not now. Are you okay? His voice sounds pain. What is he talking about? Cloud? I just need some space, princess. But... okay, alright, don't... I cannot help but feel irritated at the way Cloud has snapped at me. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be this way, it's... Are you okay? Because of your curse, right? Malam Resami, Hatu, welcome. Hatu streamnya udah selesai. Aku tadi gak mampir, maaf. Aku belum sempet mampir tadi. Otsu streamnya udah selesai kah? Most of the time he is sociable and pleasure to talk to. But then he refers to this state. It is like he is two different people. I cannot understand why he is like this. Bentar. Ini tak kecilin dikit. Dah. Why do I care so much for someone who keeps secret? Mbak Rondo, I wish I could explain, but if I did, gimana Mbak masih Mbaknya kabarnya udah kepincut. Waduh, ini sudah. Kayaknya udah mau final sih ini. It's okay, semangat jika streamingnya Resami. Yes, thank you, Hato, arigato. You would hate me. Why I will hate you? No, I will not. Sir,
literally Mbok Rondo falling in love with you. From equity, you will be afraid of me. I could never be afraid of you. What do you say? I will never. I promise I will never hate you. I will never afraid of you. You are my everything, Karma. You are my everything, Cloud. You told me to be good. You are stay by my side. What is there to be afraid of? Cloud wears a pained expression as he looked at me. I see him once again grabbing at the collar of his dress, looking like he's in some kind of quiet agony. That's what she said too. Is he talking about that one woman from before, the one who didn't love him? He thinks I'm the same. Yes! I'm not like her. Yeah! Nice! Mbok Rondo. Oh, Cloud's voice trails off. Lo masih on? Yes! Cloud's voice trails off at the sound of running. His hand moved quickly to the hilt of his sword just as I reached for mine. Oh, we only relax when we see that it's Julian, Carlan, and Delora heading toward us. Why are they alone? Iya, Raja sama Ratunya kemana? Where are King and Queen? They were not in the prison. Hah? Terus di mana? Toko? I have no idea where else they could be. Delora stepped out from between the two of them, her expression somber. This doesn't bode well for us at all. We cannot keep sneaking without a direction. Not sure why to get out. The words have just left her mouth when the alarm sounds behind us. Oh no, guru-guru. Udah balik kah? Udah aman? Nah, ada. Oke. Don't tell me. Alarm. Oh no. Ketahuan. Everyone throws their weapons as Waltz appears, running toward us with harried expression on his face. The knights are on the way. How did they know we are here? In seconds I hear the clanking of metal, and then there are knights upon us. We are forced to scatter to deal with different opponents. God rushes at me with his sword and I somehow manage to block his attack. I should be able to win around him. The knight falls after I catch him from behind and give Cloud an opening to attack him. Rondo! Stay behind me! I promise I would, remember? Let's keep it that way. I smell flash roll across his face, and for a few moments he seems more like Cloud than I know. A knight managed to spirit Cloud and I, leaving me by myself. Well, Mbok Rondo, good evening Theo. Hello, welcome. Mbok Rondo into isekai. No, actually this is the life kehidupan Mbok Rondo sebelum dia dikutuk jadi axolotl dan pindah ke dunia Minecraft saya. He grabs my arms. Oh no. Unhand me. I watch in shock as a simmering fox surrounded my attacker. His eyes closing as he slumps to the ground. He is only the first to fall. Seconds later, most of the night in my immediate vicinity have fallen to the ground. I can tell by the subtle rise and fall of their chests as they fall. Bubuk semua. Sorry, I could not focus long enough to catch that spell earlier. Delora drops her hand and turns to address the walls, Clouds, and I. The king must be in one of the central rooms. Julian, Carlan, and I will head to the bedchambers in the east wing to look for the queen. Splitting up is not the part of the plan. We don't have much choice to anymore. If we are going to get the king and queen out of here, we have to improvise. Now go. Split up. Cloud grabs my hand and jerks his head at Waltz. Let's go. The three of us rush out and into one of the palace hallways. I keep my gaze forward while Waltz and Cloud watch for enemies on either side of us. On our right, sebelah kanan. Todd grabs his sword and moves beforwards, and I can respond. He dives slow toward a soldier, his sword poised right for a devastating blow. Knights begin to approach us from the left, and I raise my sword, readying myself. Wolt snaps his finger, a flash of light blinding the man in the immediate vicinity, and I use the opportunity to rush the right in front of me. Huria! I grit my teeth as I attack. Most of the blows are lucky. There are too many knights for me to be able to get the upper hand. There are so many of them. Well, if it is the most desirable princess... I whip out around to attack the man that spoke to me, but he is nowhere to be found. Where is he? Who are you? I wonder. Borondo? I turn and see Cloud running toward me, a panic expression in his eyes. I take a step toward him when a masked man suddenly blocks my path. Saha! Saha! Who are you? Saha. Dare. I raise my sword, but the masked man taps his can on the floor before I can swing. An incredible pressure blasts out from the cane. It shoves Cloud to the floor and blows me backwards. I hit the wall hard and my vision darkens. Oh no! Yabe! Cloud. What happened? Yabe, what happened to me? Where am I? Why can't I see anything? Apakah Mbak Rono direinkarnasi? Menjadi Axolotl? My head hurts. Rise and shine, sleeping beauty. I jerk upright at the familiar voice. You're the man who knocked me out. The man laughed and I blink as I try to pinpoint the direction of his voice. Did he blindfold me? I command you to take off this blindfold. I don't take orders from princesses that no one remembers. But I am a gentleman, so I suppose I shall have to hit a lady request. Benar. Nah, the blindfold is appropriately put reference the sudden brightness. Why, hello there, princess. My captors look at me amused. He wears a crooked grin on his masked face and a cape on his shoulders. Who is he? Saha! My eyes wander to the throne, and I cannot help but gasp at what I see. The king is strapped to the throne, hands bound, mouth covered. Oh no! Your Majesty? The king paused to look at me, his eye containing a mixture of alarm and confusion. I turn to glare at the masked man. Let him go! No, can't do, princess. Though. Don't you think he still looks regal sitting on his throne like that? I cut my teeth as I begin to struggle against my bonds. Struggle all you like, you won't get out of those knots anytime soon. Who are you? The masked man drops into an elegant blow. I am called Fark. Fark? Siapa lagi dia? What have you done to my father? Me? Nothing. Well, nothing much. I guess gagging a person and tying their hands behind their back counts as something. Are you working for Sir Alcaster? I don't work for anyone. So he's a mercenary? Wah, akhirnya keluar juga dia. Biang keroknya keluar. The door flies open and Alcaster stepped in, his face full of anger. Mitros the fool, how absolutely useless he was. Fork gives a dismissed shrug. He regards me again with his mischievous smile. Well, I do agree with that wholeheartedly that man is in the past. Here, in the present, we have someone far more interesting to deal with. Fork stared at me. I glared at Fork before turning my gaze to Alcaster. I used to think Alcaster was someone to be respected. Not anymore. If it isn't the princess herself, dia kok tahu sih? You remember who I am? Once Mitros made the connection, it was just too obvious to be false. Could Sir Mitros remember me? Gennaro, do you not remember Discreet as your own blood daughter? My eyes meeting kickings, but I see no recognition in his gaze. He cannot remember me. I haven't managed to break the curse yet. Why are you doing this to my father? To the kingdom. Semua yang aku lakukan semua demi kerajaan. Semua penguasa yang sukses have run with an iron fist. Fear is the best motivation. A king that is too lenient and does not inspire fear has no business being on the throne. But the people at the actually love their king. Before I had told that the town people were despicable because they hate me. Sekarang aku tahu alasannya. They may have judged me as mother-daughter, which is wrong, but this doesn't mean they should be subject for a regime of fear. Your obligation as a ruler is to rule the country, not the people. Back when the queen was still alive and this place knew the fear of the witches, they were far more productive.
Halo, welcome Fosan. Game apa ini? Itu ada di atas judulnya, Cinderella Phenomenon. Ini visual novel, otome game visual novel. Cinderella Phenomenon judulnya. Fear motivates. Fear makes a man. King Alcaster. Dipanggil king aja orang ini. Orang kayak gini jadiin king. You better have a good excuse for interrupting. Your Highness, there is... A beast? What are you blithering about, you? A magical beast is rampaging around the palace. Is this the dead witch doing? Huh? Dead witch? No. Delora is fine. She has to be out with it. Did Metros do this? What? I cannot stop myself from blurting out of the question. Sir Metros is a witch? Lah, Metros juga witch. He was a witch, but now he is dead. Huh? Metros took his knight and demands more information. I am too shocked to hear their words. Sir Metros, a witch? Impossible. What of the other palace intruders? We have managed to apprehend some of them, but we can get to everyone with that beast taking us out. That damn Metros still a pain even after death. What did you do to Sir Metros? Kamu apain tuh Sir Metros? Did you not meet her? He is dead, killed by my hand. Hah? Dibunuh? But why? He was helpful at first. We worked together to achieve our personal goals. He eyes me cautiously. He wants you, princess. Apa? If Sir Metros was a witch, that would explain why he still remember me. Kenapa dia menginginkan aku? Entahlah. Doesn't matter anymore. I gave him my knights to assist him in his search when the witches called not. But in the end, that fool was too power hungry. You never entered into my plans. You would have been safe, princess, had you just stayed put. Tapi karena kamu sekarang di sini, kamu akan sangat berguna. Alcaster turned back to the knight who immediately burst into explanation once more. The beast is moving quickly. We don't know how much longer we can keep it from this room. There is a beast in the palace, and it's Sir Metros doing. I'm so confused. And what about the others? Are they okay? Let me go, Alcaster. You are not going anywhere. Huh? It sounds like some of your friends are very persistent. They will be ever coming for you, and when they get here, I will kill them. No! I will not let you do that. You princes are going to make excellent bait. You know, I like this turn of even, kind of amusing. You, tell me what all of this is. Fork looks unmoved by Alcaster's angers. It is my trust that summoned this beast, it is not? Then you must know what is happening. You are asking me? Of all the people? As if I would be able to answer any of your questions. You... Oh, the beast is coming! Fork! It doesn't matter how many times you say my name, Alcaster, I won't have an answer for you. Sir Alcaster turns to me, his eye manic. Whether this is Metro's magic or magic belonging to one of your friends, I'm not going to let it live. Could Delora get a piece out of Cin-deer? Sir Alcaster drew his blood from his sheath and cursed under his breath.
I screamed, spread to find kind of something, kind of break this my restraint. Ah? Eh? Fox surprised me, however, by reaching down and cutting the ropes, bending my arms with a sword that I recognized. You have my sword? I stand up quickly as I can and grab the sword from him. That was too easy. What are you doing? Who are you? Kamu musuh atau teman? I worked fairly at his mouth twist into a smirk. What are you doing? Why are you helping me? Yes. Help? All I did was cut some ropes. He said, I'm curious to see what we'll do with that toothpick of a sword. Don't think about it too much, princess. It's probably a little too much for your small head. What do you mean small head? Halo Johnny, welcome. Oh no, guru. Wait, aku tunggu dulu dah sampai hijau. Oke, dah hijau. Lanjut. I swing my sword towards him and Far catches it with his cane. Oh! You really think that I am the one you should be fighting? The door creaks and falls off all the things. The knight stumbled back, and I heard screaming as loud footsteps sound again the whole style. So what will you do? Run, hide, or will the beast kill you too? Oh no. My eyes focus on the large figure entering the room, so I cannot make out specific at first. The form grows more distinct the further it moves into the room. Whatever it is, I cannot fight it. There is a moment of eerie silence, and then Alcaster yells, and the knights runs forward, attacking the beast as a collective. The beast throws them off with surprising nimbleness, his rage in every swipe. I dodge away just before a man's body falls on top of me. Over here, beast! Sir Alcaster rushed at the beast. I finally managed to get a clear line of sight of the king, who is still bound and helpless on the throne. The king. I have to get him out of it. Yes! Let's save the king first! Itu tujuan kita kesini. Beastnya nanti dulu. I ran toward the throne, but someone stops me dead in my tracks. You just move! Saving the king really should not be your priority right now. No, it's my priority! Tujuannya kesini tuh untuk nolong raja dan ratu. I grit my teeth and swim my sword at Far, but he is literally away from me. I would be watching my back. It is then that I notice the beast slowly making its way towards me. Why would it be after me? Either I stay here and fend it off, or... Alcaster catches the beast with a broad swipe of his sword, and the two are focused once more on each other. I glance urgently at the king, then at the doors. The beast moved again, and I realize that it's once more heading towards me. There is no way I can help the king in all of this mess. I need help. I have to find the others. Hopefully Alcaster will keep this beast busy enough for me to get them. Lari! I glance over my shoulder one last time at the king. His eyes are trained of the battle before him. His crown keeps the arm of his throne, but there is nothing he can do. I'm sorry, I will be back. But for now, I have to find the others. Oh ya, Be. Malam Utami, awaka, malam, welcome, selamat datang. Stay back. More adventures of Rondo. Yes! I hold my sword out in front of me and stand in a defensive position like Cloud touched me, but the beast never reached me. You have ruined everything, beast! Alcaster is suddenly in front of me, waving his sword at the beast. I stumble back towards the door, my heart beating loudly in my chest. I have to get out of here. Kutukannya Beauty and the Beast. Asuka. Walah. Kata. Where did the beast come from? Knights immediately rush towards me. I back away as far as I can without re-entering the throne room. Princess, come quietly and we'll keep you somewhere safe until this all dies down. I cannot take them all at once. Even knowing that I still put out my sword, I take few step backs and then suddenly feel my back press up against something. Oh no. Yeah, but the beast that's behind me, it's back to me. I stand in its shadow and realize that if it turns around, it could sweat me to the wall just like the rest of its victim. But it's just standing there. Together. Together? The beast said nothing more, so I still feel on the edge. There is something oddly familiar about this. Cloud told me once it was better to fight back to back. I will trust you for now, whatever you are. I do not know if it understands me, but I can hope it's still more like a human than any kind of animal. Princess, get away from the beast, it will... The knight never finished his sentence as the beast sent him flying through the air. Why is it helping me? The knights fall like dominoes to the beast, but managed to remain standing when I struck them with my sword. Even just thinking what is so hard, this might have been trained for years, but I have been had luxury of years. Of the corner of my eyes movement, a sea of gleam of silver, and here a crown of sword. The beast. I am a kick at an approaching knight before wheeling around to look at the beast. The oncoming swarm become closer to the beast's exposed back, and I know the beast will not be able to dodge in time. Move! I slove past the creature and catch it with my own before I can harm the beast. My arms are shaking underneath the strength of the impact between our skulls. I feel like my arms are going to give out. Semangat! Then a flash of light appears so bright that everyone is temporarily blinded. I stumble back, rubbing my eyes. From the sound of it, the beast is continuing to drive back the knight, most of them shouting to each other to retreat. What was that? I stare in shock. Oh! Oh! Lengkap! Glass slippers! I quickly reach up to my pen and realize that it's no longer there. Oh! Berhasil! Kutukannya udah lepas! I completed my three goodies. Mbok Rondo. Yeah, it knows my name. I look around and realize that the beast and I are alone. The knights have been fled. Did the beast drive off the rest of them? I feel a pressure at my back and realize that the beast is touching me. My first instinct is to run, but the word is either next paralyze me. You okay? Everyone sounds breathless and faint, like it takes too much to speak. It is worried about me. I watch in shock as the beast appeared to gesture towards my sword. You did it. I step back warily. What are you? The beast reached out and I see something glittering in the palms of his hand. Cloud! Karma! Terus look at. For a few moments, my heart pumped into my stomach and my hands began to quiver. What did you do to Cloud? The beast shadow finger crossed over the locket even as he stared at me. Give me. I gifted Cloud. I gifted locket to Cloud. The beast only stares at me for a few moments longer, and then suddenly I realized that his words, nothing more than panic roll, do not hold any malice. I gifted locket to you. The beast slowly nods. My grasp on my sword loosened as I stared at him in shock, religion dawning upon me. Cloud. So this is your secret. Why would you not tell me? I could have hurt you. Cloud has another form, a cursed form, and he never told me. Why? As my mind feels, I feel everything coming together like a piece of puzzle. Secrets are secret for reason, princess. You should know why. If I could speak on them, I would. But I can't. But on the abyss, I could explain. You would hate me, or more accurately, you would be afraid of me. All of those time Claude was clutching at his chest. You were touching your tattoo so many times before, like you were in pain. Curse. Then the tattoo was a warning. The first time I saw that tattoo, it was beautiful rose. The second time, it had more thorns. When the rose became inserted in thorns, did he transform? And he always touched his tattoo when he came too close to me. Sakit! It hurts! Cloud, your curse did not just make others fall in love with you. It stopped you from loving anyone who didn't it. He mentioned that woman before, the one who he thought loved him but didn't. Is it possible that she saw him in this form and was terrified of him? If you loved anyone, you would turn into a beast. You loved a woman once, but she only loved you because of your curse. The minute you transformed, she was scared of you. Wasn't she? Yes. Hidaya. It's okay, Cloud. I'm here for you. Daijoubu, Karma, Borondo here for you. He sounds so pain. Malam, Yano, malam. Welcome. The reason Cloud has been trying to hide everything from me is because he is scared that I would have feared him. That is why beauty has always been so important to him, because the curse cast upon him make him both beautiful and a beast. I want you to. I already love you, Cloud. Do not mention it. I already love you. No, but no one could. Oh, please. No. Dame. His words are drowning. It must sound like he's being suffocated on the inside with how slowly he's speaking. Cloud, I have never cared so much about a prince. Borondo tidak. Ini Borondo. Borondo adalah ini Tuan Puteri. People have worn masks on their face their whole life around me. Cloud sighed. Say it, Borondo. I take deep breath and face it. Aku tetap akan mencintaimu. Tidak peduli bagaimana bentukmu nantinya. I drop my sword to the ground and make my way over to him. I raise my cheek on his chest and wrap my arms around him. Sasuga Borondo. Kenapa harus Borondo, kan bisa pakai yang Ronia? No. Borondo is number one. I love. The room is filled with a bright but gentle light. It almost feels like I am bathing in sunlight. For a few moments, I forget my worries. Everything feels blissful and quiet, and my heart feels full. Then moments later, I feel warm around my waist. Balik. I love you too, Borondo. Thank you, Claude. He's back. When I open my eyes, I still can't see anything, even though I know that the light has faded. That warmth is still here too, but now I feel it immediately on my skin. And I realize that it's because Cloud is hugging me. Not as beast, but as a man. Did I break his curse? I realize this is the first time Cloud has ever touched me for a long period of time without abruptly moving away. Intuitively, I move my hands, feeling the fabric of his shirt and the warmth of him underneath it. Cloud. Yabe! But before I can finish my sentence, my lips are sealed. I feel Cloud slips on mine. It is enough to make me suddenly feel pain. He pulls away from me with a brilliant smile. I've always wanted to do this. Poronda, you're blushing. If I could, I would kiss you again, but we have some urgent things to attend to. Yes, urgent. Urgent, kawan. The reality of the situation being to seep back into me. My father, Park Alcaster, they are all still in the throne room. The king! Let's go, Moronda. Ikuzo! Nanti. When Cloud and I rush into the throne room, my attention is immediately grabbed by the king calling my name. Moronda! He's still bound to the throne, so his gag is removed. A rush of relief blood around me. He's alive! He's alive and he remembers me. My gaze is drawn to the two men battling at the base of the throne. Their swords are locked together in stealth. Alcaster and... Fritz! Fritz! What has happened here? This is not how you gain power. I know you would be a thorn in my set from the moment I cannot explain. Where is Fark? The only one here is me and I will... What's up? Cloud is already running over to help, but even he is too slow. Alcaster disarmed Fritz before driving his sword through Fritz's chest. Oh no! Oh no, Fritz! No. No, what are you doing to Fritz? Alcaster pulled the sword out of Fritz's chest fast enough to reflect close. As Cloud drives Alcaster away from the throne, I rush to where Fritz is clubbed. No. His eyes are already... No! Fritz. I lean over him. There is so much blood. I glare at Alcaster. How could you do this to your own son? Anyone in my way will meet my sword. Blood does not matter. What do you... Princess. I turn back to Fritz in alarm, tears in my eyes. Fritz, hold on. Don't die, Fritz. Don't die. Don't die, please. Don't die. I... Don't speak. You need to conserve your energy. No. Don't die, Fritz. Fritz. No, please, no. Please, I'm sorry. Sedih gak ikut ceritanya dari awal, jadi gak ngerti. Coba nanti lihat ini deh. Lihat yang kemarin bersama stream. Fritz, please don't speak. No. Fritz, no. Don't die, please. Sinan aja. I feel better sticking my arm. I'm sorry. Don't say it. I watch as the light slip from Fritz's eye. I put my hand to his chest to feel awkward before persuading. Fritz. I glanced up the sound to see Cloud at the far side of the room, struggling to get to his feet. Moronda, watch out! I turn, but I'm not fast enough. As Alcaster's sword raised his eye, and I know it will reach me before I can pick up my sword. The sword fell from Alcaster's hand as a bright red ribbon of light winds around the hilt and dragged it far from reach. I turned and see Delora standing short distance away. Julian, Garland, and Waltz are standing behind her. I'm afraid the performance asking has been incredibly disappointing. Julian and Garland moved together, rushing Alcaster from the same side, seeing Cloud moving in front of the other side, quiet and lethal. Princess! Waltz and Delora rush over to me as the fight continues. Alcaster has reclaimed his sword and is trying to evade the attack from 3 different swords at once. The king... Waltz not at me. His glass lingering on Fritz and his expression becomes solemn. He walks off to the throne while Delora kneels beside me. Delora? Delora shakes her head, and that is all I need to know, that there is nothing more to be done. We will make sure he is properly honored, but for now we need to get out here. What about Ophelia? Waiting for us somewhere safe. I construct a shield around her that will keep her hidden from use and harm until we turn for her. Were not we meant to bring the real family back to the margin first? Not when we are missing the king. Besides, plan change when a magical beast starts ravaging in the castle. Princess! I turned out to look at Castor, who is still somehow managing to scream my name. Princess, we could have worked together. If you were more like your mother, you could have ruled with grace, beauty, and fear. I flinched back, and Delora's hands come to rest on my forearm. Her grip steady. There is enough. I look up and see that the king has stopped to stand beside me. To my surprise, the king rests a gentle hand on my shoulder, his eyes soft as he looked at me. Borondo, we have a lot to talk about, but right now I have something I must to do. Yes. I nod mutely and watch as the king throws his sword. He makes his way to Alcaster. Julian, Carlan, and Carlan step back from where they forced Alcaster to one knee. You are a traitor lacking any honor, Alcaster. You were the one that lacked honor. A ruler must have the people beneath his thumb. A ruler must lead people, not suffocate them. His oath as king is to protect them. You are no king, Alcaster. For your crimes, I find you guilty and incapable of rehabilitation. The sentence for the severity in your crime is death. The king raised his sword, and I turned away before he struck down his sword. There is no sound or scream to follow. I turned much more to see that the king has pointed the sword at Alcaster, but has not killed him. You will stay in the prison until the time for your trial comes. So you might try to refute these claims. You will be tried as traitor to this kingdom. And then you will be executed. Alcaster's shoulder fall. The glare never left his place, not even when Kurt seized him and dragged him from the room. The king immediately sends Julian and Carlan with an knight that's still part of the court. Delora and Claude help with moving Fritz' body, while Claude tries his best to fill the king on the most basic point of our successful operation. Everything has died down a little bit over the last hour, but I still feel overwhelmed. I glance at Walt and the king, who are still speaking. Every time the king sees me looking at him, he flashes me an uncertain smile before glancing away. I know he wants to speak with me, but I will talk to him later. After I can get Fritz's body off my mind. It was my fault he died, wasn't he? He saw me and stumbled. Udah berapa kali aku ketiduran denger BGM ini? Enak ya BGM-nya ya? Tidur aja kalau ngantuk, gak apa-apa, udah jam 1 loh. Hey princess, what are you doing here? Here, I thought you champ, but you have still some good-facedness in you, don't you? Many years ago, when the war ended, we all were faced with feelings just like this, princess. We had lost so much, and the future seems so grim. But now it's different. We have a future. You broke your curse, princess. That gives you some kind of hope. And in addition, you broke karmas. Memories of Claude's arm around me, of his lips of mine, come flying back to my foggy mind. My heart still feels tight, but it's a little later when I think about it. I wish you were here right now. How did I break Claude's curse? Claude, I don't think I will get used to his real name. Yeah, Karma. Seems like he hasn't told you yet. I guess it's been pretty hectic. So Claude turned into a beast because he loved me? Well, I guess I could give you the laden of his curse. Stop, this is... Delora has not even started to speak in the room, gasping as if he's been running through the hall. Curse, are you speaking more about my curse? There is no way here us taking the hallway, is there? Even I feel at loss for words right now. I sense that you might be talking about me. The princess was just asking me about your curse. Oh, then I was ready to come running, and here I was just guessing at what you might be talking about. Karma, Cloud's curse, was best of the tale, the beauty and the beast. Cloud is to finish her sentence. Delora holds up her hands as if in surrender. So eager to steal the spotlight. Well, you're talking about me after all. You always told me that your curse was just the beauty curse though. Aku duluan ya, mau menyelesaikan sesuatu dulu. Oke, Haruna, silahkan. Well, yes, because of the other half was a little difficult to explain, wasn't it? He has a point, so I think he might have been able to save us all some trouble if he had not been so secretive about his curse. He really must have been scared that I would shun him. Allow me to explain, princess. In the fairy tale, a prince of a kingdom is transformed into a beast because of his heart is as cold as ice. Oh, kisahnya Beauty and the Beast. Sound familiar to a certain icy princess, ya? Halo Pudidi, kalau itu ngantuk bubuk aja. Mariam Lusami, halo Mariam Pudidi. Just trying to lighten the mood outside. I would call Rondo something far more flattering, like my sweet beloved. We were talking about your curse. Oh, right. Well, anyway, the witch who cursed the prince in the tale tells him that he has to learn to love and be loved before the petals of rose completely fall off. A rose? Yes. She give him a rose, and he keep it protect under glass. Some time passes and the rose continue to wither away. A maiden finds the beast, and eventually the two fall in love. At the end of the tale, she confesses her love to the beast, and he transforms back into a human. By confessing, I saved you? But his curse was different from the tale. I know what you are thinking. That my curse was somewhat different. It was more complicated. The witch made it so that I was both the beauty and the beast. She said it suited me because I was so vain. The witch construct a very roundabout curse. Any woman who falls for me in love with me as the beauty. And when I transform into a beast, the enchantment will break and they will become terrified of me. Saking bencinya sama si Karma. Gak ngantuk, lagi push rank game. Walah. Semangat. I doubt Cloud ever thought he would break his curse. The love woman felt for him while he was cursed was always fake. How could that kind of love hold strong when he turned into beast if it was never true to begin with? Then you come along, princess. I bet he'd just about given up hope and was waiting for you to dispel the curse on your birthday. But now here you both are. But the ice princess in love? What a miracle. I turned away embraced. It is not a miracle. I am very glad I met you, Moronda. Lady Delira's words are true. I had just about given up hope. I never had any hopes of breaking my curse. I had thought that the only way to fix it would be to have you dispel it on your birthday. But then I come to know you and he fell in love. Sebuah dongeng memang. You start out frowning at everyone and everything. You have come a long way, princess. Yes. Sungguh karakter development sekali sih. Tadi sih push ranknya dari jam 7, sekarang dah pada tidur. Walah, gak tidur juga kamu. Congratulations, you turned out to be pretty okay, princess. And you turned out to be a pretty okay witch. To my ear, did you make a compliment from our little witch? It is a surprise, but you will be the new bearer of our crystal. Real soon, princess. I expect good thing from you. Alright, I almost forgot about that part. Yes, gantiin ibu. Gantiin kanjeng Rondo. Megang tenebrarum. I will try my best. Yet another miraculous proclamation from the little witch. Will the surprise never kiss? Before I can snap at Delira again, the king abruptly interjects, coming to stand next to us with Waltz by his side. Tengah malam dan masih bangun. Halo Nala. Hilu, mau nyelesain ini. Pardon the intrusion? Oh, not at all, Your Majesty. Watts told me that you were cursed, that's why I forgot about you. Yes, I'm cursed. Now not. I'm saved. Even it was by a curse, I feel terrible that such a thing could have ever happened. So I will make it up to you. We can catch up from where we were many years ago, and maybe things can be different. I'm sorry. But for being the way that I was before, for shunning Ophelia and her children. Oh, Ophelia, did I bring her back to the margin? Ophelia is still here. After the fight was over, she was shown back to her room. She is still waiting for Ten Emil to return. Now, would you may have been waiting to tell me the story from the beginning? Perhaps I could fill in the gaps, Your Majesty. Gak tidur, masih ngecek hero power. Okay. Cloud? The king looks startled when he stared at Cloud. He blinks, as if he has just noticed his presence. Oh, and you're? Cloud elegantly bows before the king. I am Prince Cloud of Brugantia. A pleasure to finally meet you, Your Majesty. The Lost Prince? The king turns to me with a puzzled look. It's a long story. Cloud surprised me by wrapping an arm around my shoulder and pulling me closer to him. Everyone looks shocked except for Delora, who looks like she is trying not to laugh. As the princess lover, I feel it my obligation to help her explain this whole mess. I feel my face getting hotter at Cloud's sudden proclamation. All their eyes are now on me, and I suddenly feel like hating myself. Only cat would so bluntly say such a thing. Analisis dikit lah sebelum turn nih. Semangat turnnya. The kings look more shocked than anything. When did this happen? Well, Your Majesty, I think we had better start at the beginning. We were able to tell the king everything, save for where Fork had disappeared to. No one was sure where he had gone in all of the chaos. The night search for him all ended in failure. A lot of explaining had to be done, not just to the king but also to the people at the tavern. As soon as everything has calmed down, Rod and Emma finally went back to the palace. I apologized to them as best as I could, and they all seemed willing to try again with me. And I'm willing to try again too. As for Cloud, so you're going back? Are you sure you don't want to come to Brugantia with me? Makasih Rusami, lumayan lah nambah-nambah semangat. Okay. Sama-sama. I would love nothing more than to introduce you to my family. Mother would show you will give. Father would well, this you probably. He makes this frequently. And Lama? What did you say? Lama? He is a pet llama? My brother Lama. Lama. What? Another acronym. We are Karma and Lama. Astaga. Does your father do this thing on purpose? Astaga. Kalian yang suka ngepun anaknya jangan dikasih nama gini ya. I thought he like jokes. My brother's last name is Lance. I was going to bring you back and introduce two of you. And you could tell my little brother how very charming I am. Is it just imagination or is there a glimmer competition in his eye? As much as I would like to meet your family, you have your own obligation here. And you need to let your family know that you are safe and alive. But the thought of being separated from you. Cloud said before he leans down and plants a kiss on my forehead. I will miss you. I miss you too, Karma. I mean Cloud. Nama anaknya dikasih jok bapak-bapak dong. Iya makanya. Kalian yang suka jokes bapak-bapak anaknya jangan dikasih nama gini. You won't be gone that long. Love. That's not how you are supposed to respond. You are supposed to say, my sweet prince, I will miss you too. Fine then, I will miss you, maybe. Cloud raises an elbow at me and then smiles. I will be back for your birthday. I love you, Morondo. It has only been a few weeks since Cloud left, but I am impatient. The king has been throwing granddinners every night in preparation of my birthday, but I can hardly concentrate on anyone else when I am thinking of Cloud. I told him about all of the small birthday celebration. I thought he would be here for them.
My birthday in a few days. When will he come back? Halo Joy, malam-malam. Belum bobok Joy. Welcome. Hello. I have tried to make myself busy mainly by continuing my sport practice with Gideon and Carlan, who have both rejoined the Order of Caldera. Every time I'm around the night, I think of Fritz. Fritz. I shall bring some new flowers tomorrow. If Claude would just return already, we could go pay our respect together. Dub Indo lagi dong. Dub Indo ya? Ntar, translate dulu kalau gitu. Dia muncul dong. Yang dirasanya muncul dong. Hello Mbok Rondo, my love, my sunshine, my beautiful. Astaga. Ntar. Cloud? Ini gimana sih? I shake my head and try to gather my thoughts. Tunggu. Pertama-tama, kamu tidak mengetok. Gak tau. Gimana sih ekspresinya? I don't know. Ku enjoy. Pertama, kamu tidak mengetok pintunya. Yang kedua, kita belum bertunangan. We may as well be, don't you think? Ya udah, aku mau lanjut analisis yang tidur. Bye-bye Ayasumi Puteri. Repel. At very least, seenggaknya ngetok dulu sebelum masuk. Still worried I would come in the middle of change. Of course. Would you have minded so terribly? Yes. It's worth saying those things to you just to see you blush. Why are you even here? Enak dong Indomu. Gimana? Enggak Joy. Biasa aja. No, don't. Why? Kenapa kamu di sini? His arrival is so sudden and I had absolutely no time to prepare. Yes, Cloud said dramatically. You didn't want me back here? Bukan gitu. Aku ngefans. Joy, jangan. Tabung lo ya kamu. Tabung lo ya kamu. Enggak, tidak. Aku biasa aja Joy. Jangan. Don't say that. Tabung lo ya kamu. No, I mean you did not even try to say you'd be back today. I just was not expecting you. Ya udah tabuk aja. Tak tabuk kamu. Tak tabuk beneran lo ya. Goodbye Joy. Goodbye Joy. Terbang. Goodbye Joy. No, I mean you did not even try to say. I just wasn't expecting you. I did say I would be back for your birthday. I am a man of my word. Should I have stay out longer? No, gak gitu. Iya kan? No, of course not. Meresahkan. I grumbled as Cloud walked over to my bed. Really? Whoa. Cloud? He sits down on the bed next to me and wraps an arm around my waist, pulling me closer. BTW kok udah malam masih stream aja? Iya, mau nyelesain rutenya Karma. I sat out and leaned my head on his shoulder. Ini malam-malam ininya gini. Ya Pe, ini startling contrast. Bersama jaga kesehatan. Iya, makasih. Before, if I touch him, he would flinch and turn away from me. Now he is always right next to me. Cloud but he seems to relax when I tentatively wrap my arms around him and hug him back. I know I would miss you, but it really was terrible being away from you. But you enjoy the time with your family. Karma? Yes, it's Karma. Karma Boruto kah? Bukan. No. I did, and my brother was very frustrated that I spoke about you almost every hour of the day.
Cloud, what are you doing? How could you have that much to say about me? Oh, I feel that I didn't have enough time to list all of your features. Karma! Hello Hayasinaki, welcome. Selamat datang. Oh, welcome. I nudged him in the arms, but he just grins at me. A grin from Cloud's pocket patched my eye and I flushed proudly when I noticed the rose locket. Looking at the locket made me think back to that night when he transformed back into a prince. Lost into, are we? I was just noticing the locket. I still carry it around with you. Aku hanya menyadari kalungmu. Kamu masih membawanya kemana-mana. Of course I do. It has become my most valuable possession. He pulls a little locket out and pops it open. I'm startled when I see the small sheet of paper with my own words on it. My message on him is still there. Cloud smiles as he reads the words aloud. A normal rose would have featured, so I offer this one instead, in heartfelt thanks. I say nothing when he turns to look at me. Oh, your cheeks are red again. Your embarrassment is adorable, darling. Pipiku capek. Senyum dari tadi. I'm not impressed. I just didn't think he'd keep the words in there or that they would ever mean so much to him. Yes, of course, you just have exceptional rosy cheeks. He pauses as he closes the locket again and looks at it fondly. I love this locket because it is the first gift you gave me. He was holding the locket as the beast too. It was half of the reason I recognized him. I jump as Cloud gently taps my knot with his finger. Huh? This locket is going anywhere anytime soon, I can assure you. I smile as he winks at me. Anyway, allow me to pull back. Halo Kak, halo Deren, welcome, selamat datang. Since I promise you no more secret, let me tell you something. Oh! Cloud looks away from me, his eyebrow furrowing and I frown. I hope it is nothing serious. I'm nervous about sitting down to dinner with your father tonight. You are nervous? I start lagging about every minute. Yes, karena bisa nervous juga kamu. You are laughing at my brain, princess. He pulls me closer and kisses the top of my head. But you are too flamboyant to be nervous. I'm confident, princess, not flamboyant. There's a difference. Ah, kukira sama. Right. Okay. Cloud's expression grows more solemn. He looks at me seriously, almost sadly. Borondo, I'm still sorry about lying to you. The whole time I made myself to be someone beautiful, someone I wasn't. I believe I was truly a good person on the inside and that I deserve good things, even though I was selfish. Dia udah minta maaf berkali-kali. Cloud, kau tidak perlu minta maaf lagi padaku. No, that witch was right, curse me. I've always had everything handed to me on a silver platter. When I come to Angeli, I believe that if it was not going to help break my curse, it was not important. And then I met you. At first I thought I would just have to be on your good side since you could help me dispel my curse. But then Rondo, I realized I was drawn to your confidence and commitment. But I could never admit that I was in love with you. I was so scared I transformed into beast and you were scared of me. Welcome back Joy, gimana rasanya dibong? Gimana rasanya dibong? Selamat datang kembali. I would lose my chance at winning your heart. Ooh. So you see, princess, I was selfish. Bye. Joey ngambek. Woi, Joey. Maaf. Sini, maaf. Jangan ngambek, maaf. Gak apa-apa, tapi kalau emang udah ngantuk gak apa-apa kok. Hati-hati. Aduh. I want all of you without having to give you all of me. I wanted all of you without having to give you all of me. Santuy. I look down at where our hands are intertwined and I grip his finger tighter. I have told you enough times now that you have nothing to apologize for. But if you insist on apologizing, maybe you ought to do something to make it up to me. Those words are out of my lips before I can even think them. I stop suddenly, trying to ignore the hot flush in my chest. Cloud looked at me puzzled, and for a few moments I felt triumphant that I have caught him off guard. Then the puzzle looked about and Cloud just grinned at me. Oh my, so forward. Forward? Yabe! I opened my mouth to apologize when he suddenly grabs my hand and takes me down to the bed. Yabe yo! The instinct tells me in toward fighting I could overwhelmed by surprise, and in no time at all this repented down to the bed and is slumping just above me, smiling. Yabe na! Yabe! I am disappointed. I'm surprised. I'm not disappointed. Yabe. Yabe. Princess, you know my weakness and you didn't even exploit it there. Your weakness, yes. Should I censor this or not? I don't know. He leans closer to me and our nose almost touch. My weakness is you, Mbok Rondo. What? Woi, Yabe! Kaget. Wait, let me use the jurus. Use the jurus sensor. Yape. Let me use my sensor jutsu, sensor no jutsu. Yabe. Seberapa ya tadi ya? Kelihatan nggak? I should menutup ini. Ya bye. He pulls away and smiles at me. Kelihatan. You see, I let my guard down in front of you. I let my guard down in front of him too. And only him. This whole time all I want to do is to be able to touch him like this. His finger moves gently up to my arm and he leans down to kiss me again. Yabe! His sound of knocking started as both a muffled voice come through the door. Princess, the king is requesting a present house in the dining hall. He said that your friend have arrived. Okay, aman, udah. Yabe! Bikuri. Cuman kissing kan? No sensor please. Dibalikin ke tadi kah? I am kaget. saya yang kaget. Uci kah? Yang kaget saya. Princess, I hear the doorknob begin to turn and quickly speak. Yes, I will be there in a minute. I will let him know, princess. First the curse and now this. It is as the world is conspiring against us. He kissed me once more on the forehead before slowly sitting up and running hands through his hair. Kiss kan tanda sayang. Iya, nggak salah Hachima. Jika mana yo? Bener kok. I catch the mischievous look in his eye as I smooth down my own ruffled hair. Don't worry, Mbok Rondo, will just finish this later. I feel my cheek flush. You say such uncouth things. That's chuckle before he stand up and offer his hand. I take it and smile up at him. I love you, Mbok Rondo, and now I get to say it as many times as I like. I love you too, Cloud. Aku jika mencintaimu, Cloud. Iya. I stand up on my toes to plant a quick kiss on his lips before heading to the door. Let's go, Cloud. What the? Otsu! Otsukare! Yata.
Oke, ceritanya Karma. Let's see the credit. So this is good. Programmer and animator, scriptwriter, Dau background artist, background music, jauh beat, nas music, audio, dari. Oh, this is the keys. Wih, kelar rutenya Otsu. Yes. Kelar juga rutenya Karma, Yata. Dan apa ya, visual novel. Ini yang tadi. Ini code blue. Wih. Oh, ini yang tadi juga. Ini the beast. Karma the beast. Ini kayaknya good ending deh. Oh, ini yang tadi. Nih, nggak aku sensor nih. Kalian lihat nih. Nih, see? You see that? Kickstar backstars. Nice. Neatly done. Yata! Thank you for playing Cinderella Phenomenon. Ini baru satu rute loh. Yosha. Daisuki. Achievement unlock, Rose in full bloom. Nice. Oke. Ada berapa rute? Ini tak lihatin ya. Achievement. Nah, ini achievementnya ada segini banyaknya ini. Ini semuanya. Ini semua achievementnya. Jadi Rose in Bloom ini karma yang good ending. Ada karma yang bad ending ini. Ini yang Fritz yang good ending, Fritz bad ending. Waltz good ending, Waltz bad ending. Rumpel's good ending, Rumpel's bad ending. Rods happily ever after. Ini semuanya good ending ke unlock. Guided intuition, never ever after, light and darkness unlock. Masih banyak loh ini. Achievementnya banyak yang belum dapet. Rutenya ada 5. Rutenya ada 5. Cuman kayak satu orang itu rutenya ada 2 gitu. Jadi udah ending bagus sama yang ending jelek. Nah, pas tadi itu aku dapet yang ending bagus. Karmanya tadi ending bagus itu. Ini keisi 1. Aslinya tadi kosong gini. Masih lock. Ini yang masih lock ini. Masih banyak. Iya, banyak kan? Banyak banget makanya. Tapi ini keren pol sih. Ini keren banget sih. Maksudnya kayak ceritanya, terus ininya itu bagus gitu loh. Ininya main karakternya itu apa sih namanya istilahnya gitu? Nggak mainstream, gitu loh. Jadi nggak iya aja gitu. Tuh bagus. Jadi mungkin bakal lanjut lagi kapan ya? Kalau ada waktu stream ya, lanjut ke rutenya yang lain. Langsung ke rutenya kalau nggak road sih Rampel sih. Antara road atau Rampel yang besok. Nggak besok juga sih, lihat aja deh. Oke. Makasih banyak buat yang udah nemenin Rusami dari awal sampai akhir tadi. Makasih banyak buat yang udah nemenin. Selamat malam. Selamat tidur ya. Udah jam segini loh. Bobok. Have a nice day. Have a nice sleep, everyone. See you next time. Good night. Asturisa. Bye bye.